Hello. I'm lagging on my end. Hello. Can you guys see me? Can you hear me? I'm really coming. Dude, y'all are rough. Hi. Can you guys see me and hear me? It's lagging on my end. I don't know what the heck is going on. Hello. Yes, you can see me, or yes, it's lagging. Let me fix it on my end. Hold on one sec. Okay. Is it better? Can you see me? I think it's good. I think it's a little bit better. Hi, I missed you guys. You're not late. I was going to block. Dude, block my ass. Block my ass. I know. It's still lagging on my end. That's why I was supposed to be on early, but are you really here? No. I'm a figment of your imagination tonight. This is 𝐼𝐸 coming up here reading these texts to you. We missed you. Okay, I think we're good on the connection. Yes? No? Is this relationship gonna work? You guys are coming for me, and you know what? No one's perfect. Don't come for me, please. Hello, happy Tuesday. I'm in the mood for like a Melly After Dark. So let's get through these text messages and then we'll see. I might be doing a Melly After Dark. Hello. Welcome back. It is Tuesday. Yes. Hi, I am Melly. This is my channel. Hello, welcome. There's been a lot going on. So I apologize. I haven't been the best babelet in the world. So please forgive me. I am here to serve you guys anyways. But I have been doing a lot of things. We have a second channel coming up. So I will have the link this week for that. And that channel's not going to be for everyone. And I understand that. We're still going to keep doing true crime here. But over there, it's like for adults only, non-judgmental people, chill people, good vibes. So if you can't handle it, that might not be for you, but we'll still be here doing true crime nonetheless. Let's see what else. Okay, we have a new case that we're going to be talking about tomorrow night, similar to Mackenzie Shirilla. So either tomorrow night or Thursday night, just depends. But if we don't do that case tomorrow, then we will do Kenzie tomorrow. There's a lot going on. So what you need to do is please hit the like button. It really helps the channel get out there in the algorithm and, do its thing. YouTube's crazy. I appreciate you guys for being here. I believe we left off. We're going to finish March. I think. Yeah, I titled this the end of March. So we're going to get through March. We might start April. I do have a delivery coming. So I'm going to leave you with Natalie Shirilla while I do that. Nonetheless, let's get started. We're here for a good time. Please make sure you hit the like button. I appreciate you guys for being here. I'm going to put the chat up on the screen. So please behave and stay on topic or else I will block you. Just kidding. Don't forget to put yes. Thank you. You guys are so good. You've missed me. Oh, I've missed you guys too. Yes. Hey, Joker. Hello. I've missed you guys too. I really did. I was like, okay. For sure, I knew I was going to come up today. I saw Debbie. I saw Miss Laugh a lot. Okay, a lot of you guys were in here earlier, huh? I saw Sane, Gabby, Jennifer, Widow, Mary Beth. Thank you for becoming a member. Melly, I binged all the Kenzie videos. Now my husband is asking what's happening. Yeah, we're gonna go through a lot of the stuff too. So after this, we're gonna read other text messages from her friends, and then we're gonna jump into some of the content. Alex, I know. Hey, Gray. I saw the last one to listen to first. Oh, no. Okay, so I guess you're going to listen tonight. And then, oh, shit. I'm here. Hello. If you guys haven't watched the Kelsey Fitzsimmons stuff I've been doing, please go support it. I'm really loving that case, and I know there's an update, so we'll probably do that this week, maybe tomorrow. But definitely go over there and watch that. I have some stuff to talk about that on maybe the second channel, talking some shit. But yeah, definitely I have some stuff to say about that. with like other creators on YouTube at least. But anyways, yeah, go watch the content over there. I'd really appreciate that with the Kelsey Fitzsimmons case. She is out of North Andover. She was a sheriff officer, female officer. Chat's going up. Okay. Hey, I'm breaking out the Ben and Jerry's. YouTube slacking. You're good for celebrities. Hey, allegedly. Hey. I need a new membership. Get your membership. Oh, let's talk shit. Yes, we for sure are. We for sure are. That's what the second channel is going to be for. It's going to be wild over there. I might need to check ID before you guys come over there. Let's get started. Let me pull up on the screen. Why is it doing that? Okay, one sec. Oh my gosh. Give me a break, StreamYard. Give me a break. Okay, there we go. Hi. I'm losing sleep because I get up at 3, but I don't care what the— oh, Nancy girl. No. I do not want your boss calling me and being like, listen, Melly girl on YouTube. But I appreciate you for being here. Thank you. Evie says, I'm 2 months old now. Yay. Thank you, Evie. I appreciate you. That's okay. 2 months is a lot. Some of you don't be hitting that like button though. Like, it's free. Why is it a problem for you to go over there and hit the like button? Or even after? Like, hyped it 4 times. Really? I thought you could only do it 3. I appreciate— oh, you mean like altogether 4 times? With your other times? Yeah, StreamYard. Listen, I'm saying. I was 37. Thank you, Evie. Kenzie makes us all lose sleep. Yeah, I know. Let's get started. I always hit it and I hype it. Okay, I liked it. All right. Yeah. What if I told you YouTube told me who liked it on the back end? Now you really caught up in a lie. Can you imagine? Yeah. Hey, Dana. I just did. Do I sound crazy? Like Kenzie? Okay. We left off on who knows, because I was supposed to go live Sunday and I didn't. And then last night I didn't either. Chill out. Okay, chill out. I'll be live the rest of the week. See, here's the thing is like you guys play these games. Like if I stream all day, are you guys gonna be here? Like, are you guys gonna be here? Because I'm showing up in the evenings. Yeah, I might be late sometimes, but like, are you gonna be here if I stream all day too? Like, I need to know this is a mutual relationship, babe. Kenzie has a habit of rewriting history. You guys, we have a really good case we're going to be talking about. Oh my God. I just got the papers today in the email. I just got the papers and the 911 call. So hopefully tomorrow, we'll see. I'll be there. Yeah. Yeah, all I do is work. Okay, so I keep you busy while you're working. Phone's at 1% all day. Don't believe it. We left off on— let me go back. Anything that comes out of your mouth is a guarantee lie. What was going on? Refresh my memory. They sound like they were fighting per usual. You are not sorry. You're trying to manipulate and lie to my face. You know you do not care. We left off on the 15th. So we're halfway through the month. She says, I don't even know how your own mother believes anything that comes out of your mouth. Okay, I do remember now. Oh my God, with this text message. You know, it's a lot. Like she says, like you are a straight liar, a pathological manipulator. Dom says, no, I care so much. We've been together almost 4 years. Why would I not care? Like I tried not to care so hard and I always ended up back with you until I realized I love you more than anyone in the world. Kenzie says, you don't even. She was pretty girls. You pick ugly bitches to really effing hurt me. We've been together for 3 years and now we're done. If you love me more than anyone in the world, you would never have treated me like this, and I would be treated like the effing goddess I am. Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, are you guys treat me like a goddess? I'll be here all day. I'm taking DNA. I'm writing your guys' name down so I can see. They broke up again. Yeah. Hey, Tia. I work all day, but you would definitely be on in the background. That's fine. In the background, you be doing anything you want to be doing. Just don't tell me, if you're doing something bad. But if you want to just be listening, that's fine too. Yes, Cree. Thank you. Hey, Chucks. Okay, Dennis. Thank you. Chill out. Yeah. Yes, Tracy. Yes. Hey, Amy Tristan. I saw you all popping in. Okay, I don't want to. I'm not ignoring you, babelets. Please don't think I'm ignoring. I'm just reading the text. Okay. Okay. So yeah, she's already pissing us off. She says it would be treated like the effing goddess I am. Dom says I love you and I hope you find happiness with someone else if it's not me. Mhm. Kenzie says I would have presents every day. You would give me daily affirmations. You can't even answer the effing phone. That is not love. You consistently vibrate at a low effing freaking frequency and just suck the positive out of everybody. I forgot. Is this why I was like shouting in the last live? Yeah, I'm not everyone's cup of tea, so whatever. But I think this is why I was shouting in the last live because I was like, what the hell? Why does she think she's perfect? She says, you are a revolving door who only sees the point in his head. You can never see how I think you crushed me and ruined my spark. I don't care what you think or why you did it or whatever the F is going on in your stupid little head. You effing cheated on me. Dom says, I have been all year, but last month I haven't felt good. She says, this whole year with you effing sucked. Why is it freezing? Sorry, guys. She says, you have not made me feel loved or special all year. Oh my gosh, I love Dom this year. We've already talked about this. Like, I love him. He's changed. And Kenzie's just a piece of shit. We already know this, you guys. We've already established this. Oh, let me change the shape on the chat. I could also make it be tall too. Yeah, I like it like that. Timu Goddess says Joker. Kenzie, I hope you're not talking about me. She says, you have not made me feel loved or special all year. Dom says, Kenzie, I feel terrible about that. I cried for a week about how I wish we could go back in time the first time we broke up. She says, I don't care that you cried for an effing week. Stop trying to manipulate me. Dom says, that's a part of our astrology. It says we both don't feel loved because we show it differently or something. Kenzie says, think about the millions of times you've made me cry by treating me like goddamn shit. You do not try. You do not give effort. You are lazy in the relationship. All you care about is your effing self. Dom says, no, like I was broken. I felt terrible. It was eating me up. It still eats me up. I'll always feel terrible about it. She says, then why do you effing still do it, you disgusting pig? This bothers me. Like this bothers me. That whole little interaction, the comment, the pig, like she's so gross. Not me being so dramatic and judgy tonight, but like, sorry guys. Kmart got us a blue light special. Oh, you just need 5 minutes with her. Dom was a beautiful soul. Thank you, Amy, for saying that. Yes, he was. Change the shape of the chat. She says, then yeah, you're still a disgusting pig. Why do you still do it? Why do you still do it then? And then she says again, why do you still do it then? Your mind is still working like the mind of a cheater that doesn't leave you. Dom says, I do try in the relationship, but I have daily things I gotta do. I'm trying to retire young. Kenzie says, you will always have the mind of a cheater. Dom says, and that's for the both of us. Kenzie says, I'm gonna live an amazing life with or without you. I don't need no effing man or little boy to be successful or effing happier or effing rich. Dom says, no, I won't. That wasn't me. That was only me for a little bit, to be honest. Before I was with Hannah, I would have never cheated on a girl after her. I just felt like girls were pieces of shit and you till you find someone better. I thought love was an insecurity. Kenzie says, I do not care. She's a cold hearted bee. She says, at all. I do not care at all. It has been 3 years and you cheated on me. Is that cheating? Remember, what did he do? Oh, they were fighting and she was breaking up with him. And so he hit up, who was it? Emily? What was it? I think it was Emily, right? I don't know. Let me know. Dom says, I thought love wasn't real. Like I told you, I was effed up. I didn't think love was real. Kenzie sends screenshot. You followed back to people in my grade, the day before I even liked that photo. Dom says, I literally find in my notes years ago me writing paragraphs about how love isn't real. Kenzie says, you had your full intention set. You knew what you were going to do. Dom says, I'm not going to keep explaining. Believe me or don't believe me. I was mad and really offended. I wouldn't have got that offended if I didn't love you that much. I don't like that. Like, why are you saying, like, I wouldn't have got offended if I didn't love you that much? I feel like that's kind of manipulation. Just saying. I'm gonna call it how it is both ways. I do like Dom this year because, well, he changed and Kenzie's a piece of shit, but still, like, Dom wasn't perfect either. But regardless, none of us are. So Dom says, like, for real, like, what are you trying to do? You make me have a mental breakdown when my mom has the most important day of her life in 12 hours. Kenzie says, no, I'm making you see what you effing did wrong because you clearly have 1 million reasons of why it was okay. Dom says, like, I'm gonna have to just block you at some point because I for real can't take this. All I've had my whole life is something to be depressed about. I don't want to be depressed. Kenzie says, blocking me will never remove the pain from your heart and the regret. You haven't even tried to fix any of the situation. You're just trying to have the relationship be effing normal. How do you expect me to want to say I love you? I want to hug you after. You just texted some girl to link and do rugs. Then you try to force me to hug you. Rolling my eyes. Dom says, Kenzie, how can I fix trust? Like, I've been thinking about how, but it's just trust you're just going to have to see. Yeah, I felt really bad because I yelled at you. Kenzie says, I waited 2 years and then you broke trust. You effing spit on me. Wait, did he really do that, you guys? Because I kind of don't remember that part. He spit on her? Oh, Jamie, I'm sorry. I'll have to talk to YouTube about it. I'll have to talk to YouTube about the ads. Her actions just show love dumb. She doesn't hear anything. Yeah, I know. Kenzie's severely addicted to conflict. She actually cheated on him from the start. Yeah, I know. Oh, thank you, Christina, for becoming a member. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Two of her best friends. Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you, Babelet. No, I don't think it was cheating. Oh, okay, that's what I wanted to see your guys' comments on that. No, I don't believe it's cheating. He was trying to piss her off. I think he said because he was scared. An amazing life in prison. Hey, Ruth. Yay, I'm not too late. No, you're not. I'm a crazy someone better. Is a goddess much better than a trophy wife? Joe, don't know, but she's not either. So 3 kisses. Hey, I don't remember that. I don't remember that either. When he spit on her? Oh, was it the day he ran into the mailbox with his car? I think that it was that day. Okay, she said, you effing spit on me. I literally feel disgusting right now. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it was like that day or something. He says, "It was because accident I was yelling." Oh, I was right. Yeah, I think it was when he hit the mailbox. "I feel really bad and said I was sorry like 5 times," said Dom. Kenzie says, "I don't care what you did after you effing did it." Dom said, "Look, Kenzie, I'm about to have a mental breakdown, so just leave me alone, okay? I'm sorry." She says, "You did it. You still did it. Saying sorry is not going to change anything. What are you not getting about your words do not mean anything. I try so effing hard. Then you effing do that." Dom says, "If my mom dies tomorrow, my life is over." Oh, that makes me really sad. Kenzie says, "I will be there for you tomorrow, but you're not allowed to treat me like this." Dom says, "Why now you gonna be there for me? Like I'm already having a mental breakdown. I'm already freaking out. Like I just asked you to be there for me for 2 days." Kenzie says, "You cheated on me. How am I supposed to effing be comfortable and be there for you multiple days of my head that my boyfriend of 3 years texted one of my friends asking to do rugs with her?" I'm deeply uncomfortable at that statement, and I'm physically ill that you even thought to text her that, even if it was just to hurt me. That is the most sensitive topic, and one of the reasons I am not the person I was freshman year because you cheated on me and then you did it again. You know how I feel about cheating, and you did it again. Dom says, "I feel shitty too. Didn't even tell me why you were liking his comments and photos. I'm done with this. I feel like shit. I'm going to bed. I put all my time and energy in you this past year and have neglected my family so hard for you. And now I feel so terrible because I'd do anything that happens to my mom. I'll never forgive myself." Typo. And yes, this is months before he is murdered. Kenzie says, "That is literally the worst thing anybody can do to anybody. If anyone is trying to make anyone feel like an option, that was you. So you're just putting this under the rug? Like, are you kidding? Why are you not learning anything?" Dom says, "No, Kenzie, I feel terrible. I'm sorry, but right now I can't deal with this." Kenzie says, "I'm telling you, that would be a very bad decision." Dom says, "Since as long as I can remember, I told myself when my mom dies, I'm going with her. I still stand by that." Kenzie said, "Wow. Thank you for letting me know what I am to you. You are an effing terrible person." Um, Kenzie, you're a weirdo. Why would you even compare yourself to his mom? That's not even the same thing. It's not even the same relationship, you effing weirdo. Like, of course he's gonna love his mom more than you. Like, she carried him in the womb for 9 months. You crazy. I know, selfish little witch. She can never take the focus off her sorry ass. I know. Kenzie's a terrible human. She could literally not give a shit about his mom being in the hospital less. You guys wanna know too, I really started off the series of reading the text messages with the text messages between Kenzie and his mom, and then Kenzie and her dad. So, like, the very first live of the text messages is that, and when we read the messages between Kenzie and Miss Christine Russo, Kenzie was, like, lightweight stalking Miss Russo. So, like, if you haven't listened to those, definitely go back and listen, and then don't come pissed off and being like, "Melanie, the sound is terrible." Like, that was a while ago, okay? So just, like, please be nice. Even in his relationship with Angelo, yeah, it did. This is months before he died. He didn't even get to have the relationship he wanted with his family before she murdered him. It's really, really sad. She says, "You're an effing terrible person. I literally could not believe you said that." Dom says, "You know I love you, but I don't know how to feel right now." Kenzie says, "Let me know now because I'm not doing this anymore. I'm done giving my efforts to somebody who does not care about how I feel." He never said that, dude. Dom says, "Let you know what? I care about how you feel. I feel terrible right now. You might lose your boyfriend over some dumb shit. I might lose my mom tomorrow." The only person who has ever stood by my side and loved me and been there for me no matter what. Oh my god. Did Miss Russo see these? I really hope she did. I mean, I'm sure, right? It was in the evidence package. Oh man. That's really sad. That's between a mother and a son is like, no, that yeah, I wouldn't even compare. It's weird. If you guys have been in a relationship before like that, I'm here to give you advice. Don't ever compare to yourself to a parent because it's like that's a parent. It does I don't even it's not even the same kind of relationship. She cruel. I know. Hey Valerie. She says, "This is not dumb shit. Why are you not learning? Are you saying I have not been there for you?" She says, like, you literally are joking. He says, "You're not there for me right now." She says, "You cheated on me." He says, "I told you earlier, I don't want to fight. I have a lot of stress." Kenzie, I didn't mean it. After we were broken up, she says, "Are you serious?" OMG. He says, "Like, I thought you were cheating on me." She says, "I know you're still not saying that." Dom said, "Like, what I did was wrong. I know." Kenzie says, "Like, I know you didn't just say that. Like, I know you didn't. You bring all of this effing stress on your effing self. I would be a goddamn angel if you just treated me with respect and love. I deserve the respect and love any human deserves. Do you want me to just kiss your ass after you effing cheated on me? Do you just expect everything to be effing normal? It's not going to be normal. I can't even say I love you without wanting to cry. You effing crushed my heart into 1,000,000 pieces after it was already taped back together 2 times. Um, don't know what to tell you about that, Kenzie. Get your shit together. Mhm. She doesn't deserve a damn thing. I know. My husband said she reminds him of the green Mr. Yuck sticker. You know what? Why? Why? Why would he wanna be with her? I just have a question to all the men, I guess, in the chat. Like, why would you stick around? Yet she stayed with him for why? For his money? Mhm. She says, "It was already taped back together 2 times." Dom says, "My whole life has never been normal. All I've wanted since I was a little kid is to be normal." Kenzie says, "You do not care how I feel. You don't try to grow or change." Dom says, "I do, Kenzie, but I'm going crazy right now. Like, I'm literally going crazy. Like, you know how my family is, and you know how we are with stress. Like, we are not normal. Yeah, I'm more normal, but my dad's side tends to go off the deep end and lose their mind." Kenzie says, "I want to be there for you, but I don't know if I can. I can't keep letting you hurt me." Dom says, "Like, when I tell you I cannot do it, I literally cannot do it anymore. Like, that's when I feel like I'm losing my mind." Kenzie says, "You're still not even chasing." I have to remember, like, they're young because, like, who chases each other like that as adults? Like, bitch, I don't got the time for that. Like, you know what I mean? User and abuser. Yeah, I know. I mean, like, I like the flirty, like, type of thing, but I mean, that's about it. Like, you know what I mean? We're grown adults here. This isn't tag. Exactly. Thank you, Asane. This isn't tag. Dom's trauma kept him stuck in her manipulation, and it's really so sad. It really is. I feel like all of us might have a little bit of unhealed trauma. You know what I mean? I know people don't like to talk about this, but get over it. We're going to talk about it, and it's gonna be fine. Amy says, "Meliana did you down." Thank you, Amy. Love you, babelet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, she says, "You're still not even chasing. You just give up." Dom says, "Because I can't do it anymore. I'm exhausted. Like, I'm ready to give up on life at this point. Like, what's the point? Like, my whole life, I've just felt emotional pain." my whole life. Um, Kenzie says, the point of life is to live, love, and grow. I feel like that's something that would be printed on my reusable water bottle. You know what I mean? Catch me. Who still could believe she loved him. I know. I had a boyfriend that chased me, got so clingy, so I had to end it. It's almost like Stockholm syndrome. Yeah, it really is. It really is. They've been abusive for each other with so long, verbally and emotionally. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Tia. She says, and figure out your true purpose of life. Dom says, yeah, and you make me feel alive and want to love people and be a better person. Kenzie says, then why do you break my heart every effing month and shatter it and break it every last inch of trust in my body? Dom says, like, I'm bawling my eyes out in bed right now. I really need you. Wow. Kenzie says, you can't keep sucking the life out of me. Dom says, I can't keep being this stressed out, especially when I had a crippling oh my God, especially when I had a crippling Xanax addiction. So it wasn't the perks. We thought it was the perks. You know what I mean when I say the perks, but it ends up being the Xanny bars. Wow, this is crazy. I feel really bad that this is just like an ongoing cycle of trauma. I chase no one. If someone wants to be chased, get a puppy. Tracy, I'm dying laughing right now. Poor guy's worried about his mom. I know. I didn't remember that, you guys. I thought it was just the perks. Did we go through that in the text before? The Xanax? Kenzie says, I want to be there for you, but I don't trust what's coming out of your mouth. Dom says, like when you yell at me and I whip into my mailbox, that's me losing my mind. That's my feeling. That's me feeling like I have a multiple personality disorder. You can die if you stop benzos. Yeah. Hey, Jiggy. I know you're crying right now, but why aren't you chasing me right now? I know. How sick is that, right? Poor guy is worried about his mom, yet it's all about her. Oh my God, I'm horrified. She says, I can't keep getting betrayed. Dom says, it's mainly because of stress. When I get past a point, I don't feel like myself. Oh, I didn't turn on my banner today. She has just sold her all right. I know. She says, when I get past a point, I don't feel like Dom said, I don't feel like myself. That's why I don't like knives or pew pews. Not because I think I'm gonna do something, but I feel like if I go off the deep end, I'll end up doing something I regret. That's why I tell you, don't get me to that point. Like, you don't know how hard I struggle with this sometimes. I'm not gonna keep going. I'm just gonna keep bringing up random crazy shit. Kenzie says, you shouldn't get to that point. It should never be a thing. I really be there for you, but you break my trust all the time and just really hurts my heart. Like, you can see it coming out in my skin how bad you are hurting me. She's Dom says, Kenzie, I wasn't always like this, but I'm honestly crazy. And I don't want to tell you stuff like that because I don't want you to be afraid of me. Kenzie says, I tell you that I will kill people all the time. I would rather you be open with me rather than push things under the rug and keep it in because that's when it gets bad. She just admitted here to murder, basically. She says, I will tell you that I want to unalive people. Yeah, we know that now, Kenzie, because you literally unalived Dom, but like that's freaky shit. She brings him to the point, dude. She What if she was a serial KILLER later? If they let her out on parole, she might date other men and do the same thing to other men. Do not let her ass out on parole. I mean, do I believe people can change? Sure, I guess to some extent. I don't know. She says, I've been in therapy my whole life. If anything, I can help you and make you feel better. Kenzie's been in therapy her whole life. Like, for why? Yeah, I'm curious. There's a lot more to that family than we already know. People can change, but they have to have a glimmer of humanity in them. Therapy made her worse. I don't believe she went. I need to see it. I need to see it to believe it. She says, "You do not scare me." Dom says, "Can you come back?" It's 10:23 p.m., by the way. Kinsey says, "I don't want you to spit on me or yell at me. Spit on me or yell at me." Dom says, "Keep volume and energy down, and you got it. If you are calm, yes, of course, but I can't deal with the fighting right now." She says, "No, that's not how it's going to go. You are not going to yell at me, freak out, or spit on me. I would just sit there and you can talk to me, but you cannot do any of those things. And as soon as your voice is raised, I'm going home. And if you still can't do that, then I'm not coming." Dom says, "Okay, but you can't be mean to me or yell at me or anything because I'll just have to leave the room. I will walk away if it starts to get heated at all." Kenzie says, "No, it's either going to go my way or I'm not coming because I'm not going to say anything until you are done. And you better not say anything R word AF either. Like I will be gone in seconds, so you better keep it extremely respectful. We can watch a movie after." I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get how they can fight and then go back to pretending like nothing. When it's this bad, I would be like, I need some space. Vanjie, thank you, Babelet. Realized I'm 2 months old now. You're cracking me up. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the super chat. That's so kind of you and so sweet of you, Babelet. Thank you. I'm starting from the beginning. Okay, Lisa, start from the beginning. She was definitely, yeah, I know. She was. Clearly, therapy didn't help. No, it did not. Narcissistic people use therapy to help them learn to manipulate more effectively. That's why ethical therapy, yeah, yeah, leave the state. That's right, Chris. Tell her, leave the state. He needs to stand his ground. Thank you, Angie. I appreciate you. She says, we can watch a movie after if you make it through. What does that mean? He says, it's already late. We should just go to bed. She says, bruh, 4 question marks. Figure it out. Why are you wasting my time? Do you want to come or not? Why the F do you literally beg? And then when I effing finally agree, after you beg, then you say no. Pick now. Dom says, I don't think it's a good idea. I don't want to fight again. I have a headache for the past 3 hours. I think it's from stress. Kenzie says, so what you're saying is you're incapable of saying something R word. R word is RETARDED. I just don't like to say it. Get over it if you can. Sorry. Dom says, I just want to go to bed soon. No, it's just all I really want is a hug and to go to bed. Kenzie says, you can come here if you want. We can all watch a movie. My mom is here for you also. No. No, thank you. No. Kenzie, keep your mom away from him. What the hell? Thank you, Lakeside Lawyer. Member for 1 month. RIP Dom and Davion. Yes, RIP Dom and Davion, and thank you for being a member. I appreciate it. Really helps the channel. You never get space from this kind of person. You just have to get on the crazy train. Oh, okay. Thank you, Yvonne. Mentally challenged. Thank you. I've been bleeping it out. I just don't want it to come out of my vocabulary. You do what you want. I don't tell you how to live your life, but not you, Yvonne. I'm just talking in general. Anyways, she says, my mom is also here for you. We're gonna watch a clip of mom in a second too. I pulled it up already. Dom says, I don't think I can get there for a bit. Then don't understand. They don't understand me. They just see all the bad things I've done. Kenzie said, my mom is right by me and she's saying that she loves you and she will hold you through this. Like, hold you through this? Like, touch, hug, hold? Or like emotional? Yeah, I know. I know. I have to sneeze. Yeah, no, my mom would not do that. My mom would probably come ask me, like, she's always like, "Oh, like," like, she's always trying to not be weird. If my mom was sick, I would not want to be near Natalie. Yeah, keep your mom away from him. Mhm. She says she will hold you through this. So do you want to come here or do you want me to come to you? We can all watch a movie. Dude, you just got in a fight with your boyfriend and you wanna have your mom and have, like, a little cuddle sesh? Like, go to effing sleep. Dom says, I don't know if I can. I have a terrible headache. I just want to go to bed, to be honest. My headache is turning into a migraine. It keeps getting worse. Kenzie says, I will just come there and be there for you and not say a word. Dom says, I love you. She says, or you can come here. Let me know. We can just watch a movie and not even talk. What? Dom says, I don't know, Kenzie. My head hurts and I don't know how comfortable I am to show my face. She says, you do not have to be alone. No one is going to judge you. Dom says, I need to figure out my headache. Then she says, I'm here. Oh my God. She says, we have headache meds here and we have tea. Dom says, I don't want to take meds. Kenzie said, herbal tea. Just come, bruh. Don't be alone tonight. Let me know. Why did you just beg me to come over and say you need me when now you're saying you want to be alone? Dom says, I want to see you, but I don't want to end up fighting and I don't think I can watch a movie with my headache. Kenzie says, I'm on the way. Dom says, okay, let me unlock it. Okay, that was at 10:38. I don't know what that means. He says 1 through 35, 2 through 60. What does that mean? 3 through 90, maybe 85, 4 through 115, maybe 110. Oh, that's at 10:33 a.m. I don't know what that means. That's what Dom sent. Oh. Wait, I don't know. I thought he was talking about rugs, but I don't know. Kenzie says, "Why won't that bitch get off the stairs? I want to go on that." Dom says, "There is 2 stairs to go on." Kenzie says, "Okay." Dom says, "People do that to be dumb." So wait, people do that be dumb. So on like the machine, there's only one of. Oh, are they at the gym? Oh, are they at the gym? Kenzie says, "Yeah, I don't know how to go on it now." Dom says, like B word, if you're gonna do that the whole time, go run up your stairs at home. Dom says, ask her. I never used them. Kenzie said, this machine is shit. It is not working. Like, I don't even know how to use this shit. She literally got off when I went on the other one. What the F? Kenzie says, I might go out to the car soon. I'm tired. Dom says, that's fine. I'll come. Kenzie says, let me know when. I'm just on the treadmill. Then she sends a bunch of TikToks. So I guess they decided to go to the gym the next day after fighting. Kenzie says, I need carts. Can I come get them and go do a sale? What do I do with the money? Dom says, what do you mean? Okay, then Kenzie's sending bathing suit links, like bikinis. He says, "What are you doing now?" Wait, Kenzie says, "What are you doing now at 5:07 PM?" He, like, loves her links. She says, "Where are you at? How long?" Dom says, "I'm sorry I'm late. I'm starving too. Just had some inconveniences." Kenzie says, "I appreciate you telling me." Dom says, "Love you, Nug." She says, "Bruh, where are you?" At 6:25 PM. He says, "Here." She says, "I'm also waiting for receipts on you, sending that text to Blair." Dom says, "You wanna see the rest of the convo? Thought you went to bed." Okay, so something must have happened because she wanted to see text between Dom and Blair. He says, "Thought you went to bed at 11:53 PM." She says, "I'm waiting for the screenshot. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. You effed up, by the way." Dom says, "Kenzie, I didn't F up. My homeboy was going through some shit." Ah, so Dom and Blair were texting about something, and Kenzie's threatening him now. With his money, she wants bikinis. Ew. I don't even care. She eats everything. I know. Because you guys have seen the snaps with her in the bikinis, right? We'll see them soon if you guys haven't. We're gonna go through them. Dom says, "Kenzie, my homie was going through some shit, and I wasn't, and I was trying to be there for him." And then she sends screenshots. She says, "Do you have?" Oh, so then it jumps to the next day. She says, "Do you have 20 minutes at 10:31 a.m.?" He says, "No, I'm mad. I'm not gonna talk to you when I'm mad." Okay, so then they're still fighting from the 15th to the 16th. She says, You have till the end of the day to make this right, and if you can't do that, then I'm done. You literally just get proving yourself that you can't change, and it's effing hurtful. I'm literally walking home until you had a freak out and be an effing I was literally walking home until you had a freak out and be an effing psychopath. Dom says, "Not you tripping. If you're gonna break up with me over that, then just be done. Break up with me now, then, because for real, I was just trying to sleep more. I got mad because I said I'd go. You got mad because I said I'd go, and I got up, and now I'm completely up. And then you started walking home, and that green shit makes me irritable AF. That's why I don't drink it." So they're fighting because he wanted to sleep more. Dom says, "Yeah, we just need to drop these petty arguments because we're only gonna fight more and more. I just stopped talking and you whipped home because I don't wanna fight." There's typos there. That was at 10:41 AM, and then he says, "Do you wanna try to skate today?" He says, "Sorry, I got mad." And she responds by sending more links to bikinis. He says, "Are you at Polaris?" She says, "Yeah, LOL. I'm def dropping out." Dom says, "Drop out and let's go to Florida next week." She says again, "I'm down to just go to Florida." "Why are you saying next week?" Dom said, "If you dropping out, let's just go sooner." Kenzie says, "I'm not changing the dates. I would rather just go twice." Dom says, "Oh, then we'll just wait till spring break then, because I was thinking we could go to Florida now because it's hot, then go somewhere else." Kenzie said, Shay was like, Girl, you're in the wrong. It's not hot there." So yeah, I just unadded her. Dom said, "Who?" Kenzie said, "We can go to Florida twice if you want, but I'm not changing the dates." She said, "Shay." Dom said, "Oh." Kenzie said, "She posted the kid was telling me I'm in the wrong." Dom said, "I'm not going to Florida twice." Kenzie said, "Okay, cool." Dom said, "I'm just saying we could go to Florida soon, then go to Virginia Beach, but it's cool. We can just go to Florida." Kenzie said, "K." Dom says, "Do you want to skate today or do something outside?" Dom says, "I can't believe Shay said you're in the wrong." He says, "I love you, babe. Sorry we fought this morning. Also, when you're out of school, Let's pass that kid's house. Kenzie said, I told you the skateboards are in my car. Dom said, there's no way we can just go grab them. And also Bernie posted his girlfriend. Kenzie said, I don't know if we can go grab them. Then she said, I don't care. We can go get the skateboard. I'm not trying to have you be mean to me. Dom said, what? Why would I be mean to you? I'm just trying to skate with you. It's nice. Yeah. Yeah. Some girl disagreed with her on the temperature. She was telling her she was in the wrong, I think, and then got blocked. Oh my God. Dude. Stalking someone saying she's wrong. If I blocked someone every time I was wrong, dude, I would have everyone would be blocked. She cannot handle anyone just not agreeing with her. I know. I know. It's sick in the effing head. He says, I'm trying to skate with you. It's nice. She says, when do you want to go? He says, about to come over, saving my song. She says, I'm hungry. He says, what are you trying to get? She said, I don't know. She said, something healthy. Oh, geez, here we go. He said, I'm here. What's the plan? She said, okay, I'm just not going to go. She said, I told you as soon as you're mean to me, there's going to be a problem and you were already mean. So I'm not going. Dom says, Kenzie, you were being mean to me. I was just trying to know if I can go hit my joint. All I said is, what we doing? Or are you just gonna do that? I don't care if you do that. I'm gonna just go smoke my joint then. Like it's not a big deal. Kenzie said, you said you were just going to sit there like a dick with attitude, and that was rude. Dom says, no, I didn't, Kenzie. I said it like I said the rest of the shit. I said I wasn't trying to get attitude. Do you want condados? I could go for that. She said, is that GMO? She said, like, I'm not eating cheese with milk in it. Call and ask them. No, you call and ask them. Why is she trying to act like she's gonna be eating healthy? She's a psychopath. She can't even be healthy. She belittled him over and over. I know. There will always be a problem. Cree's like, dude. I'm curious how many of you have dated somebody like this. I want to get into it. They have promethazine. I get it. And it's green. It's just one ingredient of lean. Oh, that's what they meant by that? Melly, your faces are making me laugh so hard tonight. That's what they were talking about. The lean. Why do I always miss that? It like goes over my head. I don't know. That just wasn't a thing when I was in high school or whatever. Like we didn't like Dean. People were just smoking weed. I don't know. That was just a thing back then. I mean, it still is a thing now, but that was like the choice of rugs, if you may, in high school for like me and my friends. I don't know. Don't come for me. I'm just sharing. Okay, let's move on. I'm getting distracted. She says, call and ask them. He says, I'm gonna look online. She says, call and ask. He says, yeah, I like the queso, but I'm going for tacos. Why did I say that? Like, I don't speak Spanish. She says, call and ask. He says, I am right now. Ask them and been on hold for 2 minutes. She sends a screenshot. Dom said, whose account is that? Because it's a screen. I can't really see it, but it's like an Instagram account and it has no profile pic. And I think Kenzie's blocked. Dom says, whose account is that? She says, I don't even know. Dom says, what about it? Why did you send it? She says, somebody just commented on my TikTok with that account. Oh, that's what it is. It's a fake. He says, non-GMO. Let's go. quick, because it's gonna be hot. It's not gonna be hot all day. I want to enjoy the sun. She says, okay. Then she sends Google searches. She said St. Patty's Day parade. Oh, okay, so now it's the 17th. He said, where? She says, you don't want to go to the parade or to town hall? When are you going to be ready? Faith wants me to go get her a vape. LMFAO. Do I have to time to go to vape district? Dom says, I don't know. Angela said we were going at like 4. How far is vape district? Kinsey said 24 minutes away. So I don't know. I feel bad. I'm just not going to help her addiction. LOL. I feel bad though. Do you know where my ring is? She says, I'm a freak out. My big ring. Dom. Answer. Then she sends a screenshot. He says, Sean says he sees a few people wearing shorts. He's wearing shorts. He got bitched at though. So either way, you're good. Do whatever you're more comfortable with. Kenzie says, I know you're not. I know you're not good. There's a typo. She says, I know you're not kidding. Oh, okay. She says, I know you're not ignoring. Like, I know you're not ignoring me right now. 5 seconds to answer. She's so mad. She's typing. She doesn't even know how to type. You know, when you're so mad, you're like skipping letters on the keyboard. That's what she's doing right now. She says, you have 5 seconds to answer. She says, LMFAO, are you serious right now? Question marks. 20 question marks. Where is my ring? Look for my ring. Where are you? He says, on the way, just got in the car. It's 4:59 p.m. He says, Angelo's grabbing his phone. She says, K. He says, it's going to be fun AF. She says, what the F at 9:51 p.m. Then she sends a bunch of TikToks. Then it's the next day. Well, it's midnight. So now it's the 18th. He says, WTF, people need to just restart. Go back to the basics. Kenzie said, for real, it's insane. They're doing too much. Dom says, everything is bad for us. Kenzie said, they're literally killing us without us knowing. Dom said, phones are great, but I guess I got to try not to use it as much. I'm going to go get some type of menthol thing to clear your nose. I don't know if I have a solution for tonight, but we could go get a humidifier and stuff for you. She says, yeah, I can't breathe good. It's honestly scaring me, even out of my mouth. I feel like I have to try so hard. Dom says, that's weird. I try not to get yourself worked up over that. It might make it worse, or think about it too hard. Do you want to open the window a little behind you? Get some fresh air. Anxiety can give you shortness of breath. So try not to get worked up over that. It'll make it worse. You're young and your body is really healthy. You'll be okay. Kenzie says, I don't know what to do. Dom says, don't force air or try super hard. That'll irritate your nose. I just try to breathe out of your mouth, and sleep, I guess, is your best bet. Menthol helps congestion. I don't have anything like that though. But tomorrow we could go get that shit to help it. But tonight at 4 a.m., I don't know what we can do. Kenzie, it's a runny effing nose. Just shut the hell up. Like, we went through a whole ass pandemic. Like, you're gonna be all right. Wait, was this after or before? I can't remember. I was starting to miss. Thank you. Yes, Mary. Where have you been, babelet? She and her new boyfriend. Who? I say bulimic. Yeah, like Jodi Arias. Breathe. Put duct tape over your nose and mouth, Kenzie. That's funny. Um, she probably had bad breath too. Ew. Okay, let's go on. He says at 4 a.m., I don't know what we can do. She says, I'll just stay up, babe. You can go to bed. Dom says, I wouldn't try to stay up. Just relax and you'll probably get some sleep and not even know Not even know it. You haven't been smoking weed, so your body isn't getting as much deep sleep, which is okay, but it's probably making you feel like you're not sleeping, but you're just getting a lot of REM sleep, which is very beneficial. It's just a more conscious state of sleeping, like where you can lucid dream and stuff. Kenzie said, I want that. I like crazy dreams. Dom said, well, you should get hella REM sleep. Yeah, I know, Tia. Sorry, babelet. I hate to be like all up in your guys' face. What the F? Even though I usually am. Anyway, he says, well, you should try to get some REM sleep. Not Dom being the sleeping doctor. She says, I didn't go to Polaris. LOL. He says, why, babe? She says, I hate it. He says, I'm home, Nug. What's the plan? She says, we can go to the market. He says, you want to do that tomorrow morning? She says, I guess. He said, let's find something fun we can do soon before it's shitty weather again for 2 weeks. Kenzie says, what should we do? He says, I don't know. Let's try and think of something. She says, want to go to a cave? Okay. Oh, okay. So she's sending links to the cave. Now she's sending map links. I have to sneeze. He said, that's 2.5 hours. Let's do that another day and leave in the morning. She said, it's 12. We could get there at 3. Not bad at all. He says, yeah, but that's a cave. We're going to be in the dark all day anyways. He says, zoo, botanical gardens. Is it Akron? Somebody corrected me the other day on this. The Akron football stadium. She said, ooh, we could go to the science place. I feel like the zoo's not going to be that fun. Dom said, what science place? Is the botanical gardens outside? Kenzie said, I think it's called the Science Center. Dom said, I've never been there. Kenzie said, Great Lakes Science Center. Do you want to go there? It's so dope. I haven't been there since I was little. I want to go. Or the History Museum. Coventry is around there too, and they have some cool shit. Dom sends a screenshot and then he says, look up this place. It looks cool AF. She says, we could go there if you want. History Museum has dinosaur bones in it. Duh. Dom says, I have no idea what it is. I just want to be outside and soak up some sun. Kenzie says, okay, well, you're just wasting time, so let me know. Dom said, you just want to go to that football stadium or go to the botanical gardens? She said, I don't want to go to the bottom. I'm not trying to do that. Dom said, botanical? You mean not bottom? So football stadium? And then she sends a bunch of TikTok links. She says, I guess I just feel like we could go do something more fun than both of those things, but I guess we can just go to the football stadium. Dom says, we could just go hang out and ride the mini bike and skate and then go to the science center later. Kenzie says, I don't want to do that. Dom says, or the history place. Kenzie says, I'm just going to go back on Fortnite, I guess. Dom said, the museum closes at 9. You want to just go there a little later? She said, I thought you wanted to be outside. Like, what is going on? You're making me mad. Like, I really want to figure this out now, but I'm just about to go to bed. Like, I got on Fortnite thinking we're going to go somewhere, and then I've just been sitting on my ass doing nothing, waiting for you for an hour. So, can we figure out this now? Because I'm getting annoyed. Oh, I said that backwards. Can we figure this out now? Not me being a sexist. Tom said, I said we could go to the museum a little later when it gets colder and starts raining. Right now, we can do whatever. Kenzie said, so are we just doing nothing? Like, question mark, question mark. She says, okay. He said, okay, you want to just go to Science Center or whatever you wanted to do in like an hour? I wanted to be outside, but it's cool. We can do that or the museum. She says, what are we going to do outside? Like, what is it that we're going to do outside? Because so far, I've only been given options that are outside. Dom says, what? I'm confused. You said science center and museum. Those are both inside. Kenzie said, and the cave, which is outside. Bro, we really need to figure this out now. Like, I'm getting effing pissed. Figure it out. Dom said, Kenzie, chill. It's fine. Let's just go to science center. It sounds dope. She said, okay, when? Because I literally just been sitting here for like 2 hours. Dom said, let me shower here in a sec, talking to my dad and Angelo. Don't have to wash my hair, so it won't be long. Kenzie said, you still haven't showered? Oh my God. Why were you so worried about being outside then if you haven't even showered? You're not even ready to do anything yet. WTF, you're seriously making me mad. Dom said, because my dad is here and he's usually not here, so I'm just chilling with him and Angelo. Also, I don't want to have to wash my hair, so I can shower quick AF. She said, OMG, question mark, question mark. Yeah, I'm about to go to bed or something. I'm done waiting around wasting my time. Dom says, okay, Kenzie, I'm sorry. You could have came and chilled with us. I was trying to chill with my dad before we leave all day. Like, I'm just smoking a joint with him, shooting hoops. Kenzie says, what are you talking about? WTF? Are you for real? Like, are you effing joking right now? Like, are you joking? I know you didn't just text me that. I'm not hanging with you today. You're dumb as fuck. Dom says, why is it that I'm dumb AF? He said, sometimes it slips out. Dom's because it's not redacted. Dom says, here I am. I'm just gonna go in the shower 5 to 10 minutes. If you still want to go, we can. Dom says, do you still not want to go or you want to go now? Kenzie says, I don't know. Are you going to be annoying? Dom says, how would I be annoying? Kenzie says, I don't know. Maybe go through a whole conversation all day and the message you just texted me. I don't know. Are you going to be annoying? Dom says, I don't think so. But if you think I'm annoying, then maybe we don't have to go. Kenzie said, so we're not going. We would have already been at the cave right now. Dom says, I don't want to go and us not have a good time. We can go though. She says, okay, I'm going to bed. Or are we going? He says, are you in a bad mood? If so, just go to bed. We can go somewhere later. She says, you're making me in a bad mood. I was ready to go like 3 hours ago. Like everything that's coming out of your mouth is just making me more mad. Why are we even doing this? Like, figure it out right now, or I'm going to effing bed. Dom says, Kenzie, I was just getting home from the gym at 12. I've been ready since 2:30. Kenzie says, are we going or not? Effing answer now. Like, it's almost like you're trying to piss me the F off. Figure it out. Dom says, I'm not trying to piss you off. I just don't want to go if we're gonna end up arguing. Like, I know you didn't get good sleep, and that's probably making you more irritated. So I was just saying, you could get sleep if you want. The museum closes at 9. We have all day. She says, bruh, I'm gonna give you one last chance to figure this out. Um, if anybody ever calls me bruh, you're getting blocked like ASAP. Yeah, Jakey, thank you for the super chat. They just were not good. They were not good on her. Thank you for the super. I appreciate you. She's an annoying one. Yeah, she is. He could have showered by now. I know. These two, they fight over everything. I know. She says, bro, I'm just going to give you one last chance to figure this out. This is your last chance. Dom says, well, are you going to get mad if I say I don't want to go? Because I feel like the museum later is better. Anyway, I can make the edible coconut oil. Kenzie said, is that a no? Dom said, would you be mad? You want to just go West Side Market, get food? I'm hungry now. Core life, no GMOs. Kenzie said, no shit, with 20 question marks. Okay, cool. So do I block you? Dom says, I don't know how to respond to that. I didn't know if you wanted me to respond. I'm making coconut oil right now. She says, why would you have been annoying as shit all day and you're still being annoying? Like, I'm really gonna have to block you soon. Dom says, okay, I'm gonna try to stop being annoying. Kenzie says, like, for real, you really just wasted my whole day. Dude, Kenzie, you're the annoying one. She says, like, you really just wasted my whole day. Like, I could have done something other than, I think she meant sit. I could have done something other than sit, and I waited for you to just be annoying. Dom said, I wasn't trying to be annoying. That's my bad. Next time I'll just pick what to do. I just thought you weren't in a good mood from sleeping. Kenzie said, oh my God, like, are you for real? Like, did that just come out of your mouth and send? Like, did you actually think that through before sending me that message? Like, what the F is wrong with you? Dom said, why is that making you mad? She says, I'm mad because you're annoying as shit and wasting my time. Like, you're the one who wanted to be outside all day and didn't want to go anywhere inside. And then you're the one who just wasted my effing day and stayed inside all day. Like, if you want to be outside so bad, you would have instead, you effing had to take 4 hours to do anything. Like, it wasn't even going to be nice out when you were ready anyways. Dom says, I was just hooping all day. We can do whatever you want now. Kenzie says, why would you just start hooping? See, that is the exact problem. Don't effing ask me to hang out in a rush. Wait, don't effing ask me to hang out in rush, me to be outside, then start playing goddamn basketball. Dumb AF. Dom says, what I did that after you didn't respond for a while. Kenzie said, no, you started playing basketball as you were rushing me that you want to be outside. You played basketball with whoever the F you were playing it for no goddamn reason when you should have been effing showering and getting goddamn ready. Like, are you effing okay in the head right now? Dom says, oh, with my dad. Yeah, that's my bad. I was trying to chill with him for a sec. Dom says, want to go to Delmonico's? She said, no, because it's probably filled with GMO. She's so ridiculous. I can't even deal with her right now. She says, and I'm not effing eating that. I thought you wanted to be outside. Dom said, it's 6:30 now. It's getting colder and it's going to rain soon. I don't care now. I was playing basketball all day. Kenzie said, so you just got to do what you want and I waited and wasted my effing time? What's that supposed to mean? Dom said, want me to go check if it's GMO? No, I wanted to do something fun with you, but I didn't want to end up fighting or something. I was pretty bored all day playing basketball, but at least I was outside. I'm going to go check if it's GMO. I think it's not GMO. Let me double check. It's not GMO. Do you want to go? She said, fine. He says, when do you want to go? She says, effing now, I guess, because I already waited like all day to do nothing. Then she sends 4 question marks. Dom says, this kid want to link with me for some in 15. You want to go right after? She says, OMG. Dom says, I can meet him on the way too. She says, like literally, I can just not go. So figure this out right now. Dom says, it's 15 minutes till he's here. Kenzie says, I can just not go. So figure it out. Figure it out. Dom said, he's coming. Kenzie said, who? So I'm not going then? I'll just get food here. The F? Dom said, yeah, you're going. What do you mean? You're going to come with me. I'm going to serve him on the way. Kenzie said, my mom is just going to make food. Like, I'm not trying to deal with this bullshit right now. Like, you are the god of wasting my time today, aren't you? Dom says, so you're not coming? She says, are you effing dumb? Like, you must seriously be trying to make me freak the F out today. Like, are you effing? Why the F do you have to squeeze in a goddamn cell? Why did you effing ask me to go get food with you just for you to do something in 15 minutes? Like, are you effing okay? Like, I would answer right now if I was you because this. I'm really effing over this whole thing, I think she meant. Dom says, okay, so are we going? I'm about to come pick you up. She says, no, I don't want to go on that effing cell. And honestly, I don't believe that they are not GMO because Condado also lied to us. Dom says, you want me to go grab you after I go? They're just going right up the street. Kenzie says, dude, no, like it's either we're going now or I'm not going with you and my mom is going to make food. Dom said, Kenzie, he's going to be here in 2 minutes. It's literally going to make it like 1 minute longer. Kenzie says, did you have till 7? 7:30 to be here, and if you're not here before 7:30, there's gonna be a problem. Timer is starting now, and it's 7:03 PM. She says, "If you're not here before then, I'm not coming and we have a problem." Dom says, "Kenzie, I'll be there. I'm like 5 minutes. I met the kid at McDonald's. We can ask Delmonico's about their menu. But if like I'm positive it's GMO free, check right now if you want." He sent a screenshot. He says, "'Cause it's all Delmonico steaks." 'Cause he said, "Okay, you can call them. Their whole menu needs to be GMO free." Dom says, "I'm on hold right now." Kenzie says, "Are you here?" He says, "Yeah, on the phone with them. The menu isn't looking that good. They said they can't guarantee no GMO. So I guess let's not go there." He's looking into it for me though. The manager said he's seen what he can guarantee. He's saying, wait, what? The manager's seen what he can guarantee non GMO. Kenzie says, "Dude, I cannot eat GMOs." Can she shut the hell up about GMOs? Since when did she start caring about that? Like 1 second ago? I'm sick of her shit already with this GMO thing. She's organic AF, but whatever, dude. She's not organic AF. She ain't organic. She don't even know how to shower. Not that that has anything to do with it, but I'm not sure if Kenzie just learned that GMO. Ew. She's dumb. I know Mallory's she's so stupid. She says, "Dude, I cannot eat GMOs." Dom says, "I know. I've been on the phone with them for almost 15 minutes. Scene, babe." She says, "Come in." He wait, come in? And then she said, Dom says, "They're saying some shit at Condados, like they can't source as good, but he's saying he doesn't know, so better safe than sorry to not eat there." I respect it. He was honest. Because he says, "I'm ready to go." He says, "I'll swoop." She says, "I'm ready, babe." He says, "I'm gonna be there." Dude, it's 11:41 PM. She says, "Okay." He says, "About to turn on white bark." She says, "Let me know." He says, "I'm here." She says, "Okay." Then it jumps to the next day on the 19th, 1:51 PM. She says, "Wanna make seamless gel?" Oh, she said typo, CMOS. Because I'm about to be out of my pills. Dom says, "Yeah, bet." He says, "I just got out of the shower." She says, "When?" He says, "Whenever." He says, "What time are we chilling with Faith and Tyler?" She says, "I don't know. And there's going to be a new battle pass tomorrow. I'm buying it. LOL." Then she says a picture of herself. Dom says, "Looks like you're glowing more." Kenzie said, "I'm texting my facial lady and she's thinking it's from stress. We've been dealing with a lot." Dom sends a screenshot. Kenzie said, "Got them. Let me know when you're on the way." Dom says, "I got you." She says, "How long?" It's now 8:57 PM. He says, "Just got here." Okay, and then she's sending a bunch of TikTok links. She says, "Where are you at 9:35 PM?" He says, "Boone Road." She says, "Did you get water or no?" Sorry, I was drinking and I saw this comment and I'm dying laughing. She said, "Baby spinach is GMO because it's a baby." It's baby. Stop. Parents just let her go out on midnight at a school night. Dude, if I was trying to do this on a school night, I would get my ass kicked. First of all, I wouldn't be getting very far. My dad was scary. Like, I could not be going out at 12 o'clock at night. No, sir. Not unless I was sneaking out or doing something crazy. She says, "Did you get water or no?" He says, "No, you wanted pick picked up first, right? We can get some water at Sheets. Do you not have water at home?" Like, I'm confused. What water? Yeah, I know. She's become extremely healthy overnight. Don't choke, Melly. I couldn't live with myself. There's no one here to give me mouth to mouth. Oh no. Okay. She says, we can get some water at Dom says we can get some water at Sheets. She says, okay, bet. Dom says, I'm here. She says, bruh. The next this I think this is a typo. It says the sneaker exit pull up. Dom says, what? Thank you, Dom. She says, I want to go there. Luis's story. Oh, now it's the next day, 3:25, 2:58 p.m. He says, I don't know, it's just probably hella overpriced shoes. We're not gonna buy them. Kenzie said, okay. Dom said, how far is it? Dom says, if it's not far, I'm down. Kenzie says, I don't know. Dom said, it's called the sneaker exit. Oh, it's the name of the store, is a typo. Kenzie said, yes. Dom said, it's not showing up on maps. Kenzie said, I don't know. Ask Lewis. Dom says, oh, okay, I found it. Yeah, that's like downtown. Kenzie said, so no. Dom said, maybe. Is it like a trade thing? Maybe I can bring some of my shoes. Kenzie said, post right now on TikTok. When you come, you better be nice, she says. Because I'm mad AF. Okay. Dom says, I'm like always nice. Kenzie says, I don't care. Then be extra nice. Dom says, okay, babe. He says, that dude is 46. Who trying to play? What time is your mom making food? Dom says, are you going to bed? Okay, so, oh, okay, wait. I got it backwards. I'm sorry. Dom says, what time is your mom making food? At 7:42 p.m. Kenzie says, are you going to bed? At 10:55. She says, I want to sleep. He says, I'm making chicken sandwiches right now. Then I'm going to bed. Kenzie said, can you get me? Actually, I'll just drive over, probably. She says, on the way at 11:03 p.m. Dom says, okay, bet. Angelo's over right now, by the way. He's going to eat with me. Kenzie says, I'm coming. She said, it's okay. So that was on the 20th. And then it jumps to 9:05 a.m. And she says, it's illegal as fuck for that guy to let his dog out and bark for a long ass time. I looked it up. So if you want to call the police, Dom said, let's just tell them that. Kenzie says, I'm not going to be the one, can Angelo? Kenzie says, I have the proof. Dom says, I'll ask him. Kenzie says, a bunch of screenshots. Dom said, damn, that's dope AF. Kenzie said, it's annoying. Come. Dom says, are you still there? Kenzie said, yes. Dom says, what time do you want to go to the market? Kenzie says, we can go right after school. Dom says, what time you get back? Like 3? She says, yes. Dom said, bet. Kenzie said, I'm home. Brownie pesto papaya? I put the pasta in the fridge. Dom says, bet. Kenzie says, I'm playing Fortnite with TikTok on people again. LMFAO. Dom sends an emoji. He says, as long as they're not 40. Kenzie says, I don't know how old. Def not 40. Kenzie says, let me know when you're home. Dom says, on the way home. Hey, leave donkeys out of it. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. I don't know where that came from. 11. I know for dinner plans. Sorry, many of your guys' comments. It's like Mackenzie has helped Dom to lose some of his manhood. Oh, yeah. I think just the verbal abuse. She says, bet. Kenzie says, when are we cooking? Dom says, whenever you're hungry. She says, bet. She says, okay, I don't know why she says that. Age 13, 2007. Dom says, home. Kenzie said, a full squad. Dom said, when are you coming over? Kenzie said, soon. She said, this is fun right now. She's talking about Fortnite. He said, that's fine. I'm gonna make music. She says, I'll come soon. She says, when are we cooking? It's a family video thing. We can go to Allison's. Dom says, I think family video is done. Kenzie says, I want to get mannequin. I'm gonna try to get it, then come. Dom says, where is your family video even open at? She says, no. I don't know what they're talking about. She says, Walmart? He says, oh, okay. He says, when do you think you're coming? She says, what you want? 6 people in my squad. He said, whatever works for you, Nug. She says, this kid is yelling. Mannequin on YouTube. Dom says, for real? Bet. She says, coming soon. He says, bet. Let me know when. I'm next door with Angelo. She said, I'm about to come after this game. We're talking about the pyramids. They woke AF. Dom says, bet. Let me know. She says, coming. She says, want to watch YouTube? Babe, you're going to be mad at me. Like, I grabbed the wrong thing, I think. There was cornstarch right next to the flour. Please don't be mad. I'm coming now. He said, so you got the right flour, right? She said, nah, no. We just have potatoes, cornstarch. She said, I'm sorry. Do you want me to go to Giant Eagle or something? He said, so at the store, you bought cornstarch? She said, yes. It was right next to the flour. Do you want me to go? Yes or no? She says, I'm going. She says, I'm going to get rice flour. He says, whatever you want to do, Nug. She says, I guess we can go find something to cook with potato cornstarch. Well, look up what we can cook with that shit. She says, I'll be over in 15. He said, coconut. She says, I'm bumping. What's bumping again? I too only had listened to Melanie's read these texts. Who's cheating? You cheated, huh? Wait, oh, bump is Coca-Cola? Is that what she means? What the hell does that mean? Oh, loud music. Okay. So which one is it? She says I'm bumping and it's 8:19 p.m. She says dickhead. He says cane sugar maybe? He says we on the way there. I'm so confused. Oh wait. Let's go back. Okay, so he says cane sugar maybe. That was the end of the 21st. Then it goes to the next morning. He says we on the way there. If you do treadmill, try to do short spurts of intense running with as much rest time in between as you want. Kenzie said, do you think that one bitch that was hogging the stairs? When I was on it, she came in and she was like eyeing me down. But my 10 minutes were up, so I switched to the treadmill. But she was looking at me so effing weird. Like, B, you're fat. Dom says, LOL, most dudes in here be chill, but I swear the girls here be weird AF. She says, I want to go to Allison's. Dom says, I'll come with you, but I want to shower and stuff first. Kenzie says, okay, bet. She says, are you still at the gym? He says, no, I'm home. She says, are you done showering? I want to post that video of me with the money. Dom says, I'm about to shower soon. She said, good job on answering both questions. Did you not? Okay. She says, did you not send her something or did you just ignore my message? Dom says, I don't know if you want to post all of that. Kenzie says, they don't even know it's yours. Dom says, I don't know, babe. Kenzie said, Kay, how much longer are you going to be? Like, holy shit. Like, I'm going to just go to Allison's. You take way too long. It's annoying AF. Dom said, sorry, just got out of the shower. She said, how? You literally took an hour and a half to shower. Like, how does one do that? Um, like you get in the shower and you take 1.5 hours. Like, that's how you do that. Like, you just get in there and you stand in there and you like turn the water on and you stand there for like an hour and a half. You have 7 things to make up to me right now. Me? I have to make it up. You're talking about Kenzie. A real relationship allows from a separate life from your person and a social life and still be good. I agree, Mary Beth. Dom says, I didn't get into like 1:30. I have to shave my balls and stuff. Ew. What? um, not cool. Like, not cool. This is not like what I want to be hearing right now. Okay, so he says it was half-hour shower, but I didn't wash my hair all weekend. I had a lot of buildup. Kenzie says, don't tell me to effing wait for you then you take an hour and a half. I could have been at Allison's and eaten already. I thought you were going to take a normal shower, not a effing 3-day one. Dom says, I didn't know what you were trying to get. I even said I want to shower and stuff first. You should have told me you wanted to go. Kenzie said, I told you I'm going to Allison's and you said I'll go with you. Next time, tell me you're going to take 3 effing days. Dom says, will do. I just didn't think it was a rush. He sends a screenshot. She says, yeah, I mean, I would like to eat some food and not wait for you to take a 3-hour shower. And right now, you're still wasting my time. Get ready and figure it out so we can go. Like, what the F? Dom says, okay, I got you. She says, like, get ready and figure it out. Like, I'm getting pissed off. And then Dom sends like a little emoji thing. It's actually funny. Well, I can't show you, but sorry, guys. She says, do you want me to block you? She says, question mark. He said, no, it was a joke. He said, I'm brushing my teeth right now. Just got to get dressed. What color are you wearing? She said, I didn't think that was funny. Dom said, well, my bad. I hit the image search by accident and it was right there. What color are you wearing? I'm about to get dressed. He says, okay, I'm ready. She says, and by the way, showering for that long is not good for your skin. So maybe you should try not to do that anymore. Because he's showering one time, like you're not a dermatologist all of a sudden. Dom says, yeah, I need to figure out a way to scratch all the buildup off when I'm in the shower. Kenzie says, are you just sitting in the shower scratching up buildup? That is not good for your scalp either. Dom says, when I put soap in my hair, I try to lightly scrub off all the buildup while I'm doing it. Dom says, not like scratch because that'll F it up, but more like rub my fingers with my fingertips and nails a little so it comes off gently. He says, are you picking me up? She says, so you're doing that for over an hour? That's probably why you have buildup. Scraping all the moisture off your skull. And yeah, I guess I'll come get you. Dom said, that's what my mom told me to do a long time ago, for real. She says, I didn't know your mom was a licensed cosmetologist. Dom said, so what are you trying to say? My mom is dumb? She has curly hair. Kenzie said, no, I'm saying she doesn't know what she's talking about with the buildup. Dom said, I have curly hair. This works best so far. Kenzie said, okay, then keep doing that and take your 2-hour showers. Keep pissing me off. Dom says, what are you saying I should do then? Kenzie says, here. She says, come out now. He says, "Well, I'm not trying to." Well, no, like, I'm trying not to get offended. You just said my mom has no idea what she's talking about. Kenzie said, "Come out now." She doesn't have a single idea what she's talking about. Her hair isn't curly anymore, and she uses different products than you, and she's a female. It's very different. Like, what is? Dom says, "She straightened it." Kenzie said, "Like, what are you trying to make me look dumb or something? Like, what the F is wrong with you?" She says, "I'm so mad at you." Dom said, "I wasn't at all, for real. Thought you wanted me to talk to them." Kenzie says, "If they don't work with me because of your stupid ass reply, you're effing buying me a bag." Wait, so they went from talking about so went from 248 talking about his mom, and then it jumps to 436. So she says, "I'm so mad at you." He says, "I wasn't for real and thought you wanted me to talk to them." She says, "If they don't work with me, you're buying me a bag." She says, "Like, I'm so effing serious. Like, I'm so effing mad at you right now. Like, for real, you even talk smarter than like that. We're just trying to make me look dumb or something, like, for real. Like, it makes no goddamn sense. Like, you literally suck." Dom says, "They are going to work with you, Kenzie. They sell overpriced dupes. They need your business. For real." Kenzie says, "If they don't work for me, you're buying me a bag. We have problems." Okay, so I guess she was doing like some business venture. Dom says, "Deal." She says, "K." And then she says, "What are you doing?" He says, "At home, about to run a couple plays." She said, "K." He said, "Then you want me to come and we can play Fortnite?" She said, "No." He said, "Okay." She says, Kenzie said, "They have answered my email. They haven't answered my email yet, so it looks like we're going to have a problem." Dom said, "Maybe they were trying to scam you. Because if they're trying to make you pay for anything, they could be trying to scam you. That's why I asked if they're paying for shipping too." Kenzie says, "Why would they make me pay for anything? They literally said they were going to give me 20 effing dollars plus $10 for every item I sell. Are you slow? Like, why the F are you still talking about this? You effed up." Dom said, "Because that's what scammers do." Kenzie said, "You do not know how to deal with professionals." Dom says, "How do you get paid? That's also how they scam you for your social." Kenzie said, "You're dumb as shit. Nobody's asking for my social. They're going to Venmo or PayPal me the money. It's not a effing big deal. You're the one who effed up the whole reply." Kenzie says, Now be done." Dom said, "Kenzie, it's a literal scam. You ever heard of Wake Up Now?" Kenzie says, "Are you effing dumb? Shut up. You're literally pissing me off. Like, stop texting me before it gets worse. Stop trying to say it's an effing scam. It's gifted and paid collab that you just ruined probably by sending that stupid ass message." Dom said, "Okay, Kenzie, I'm sure it's fine. They want you and it's not some bullshit. They're going to get you. I'm saying if they don't respond, it could be a scam though. Just wait for them to respond. They have laid the offer out and you accepted it. Why would it be effed then? Like, they already set their intentions of what exactly they wanted." Kenzie says, "You didn't say thank you. You didn't ask me if the message was okay. You just got to money, making me seem like I'm only interested in it for the effing money, which is not what they effing want. So you made me look bad. Thank you." Like, how much do I have to explain to you for you to understand this? It's not what they do for me, it's what I do for them. Get it through your effing head. So now she thinks she's like this big, like, business person on YouTube doing collabs. He's a prince and yeah, like, she literally thinks she's like an influencer. I'm so curious what she wanted out of Dom's house so bad after she was gone. Hmm. He says, "Okay, sorry. I thought you wanted me to talk to them. I just kept what you said and asked a question. I'll never do that again, but I'm sure it'll be fine, babe. If it's not, get your bag. If it's not, I get you your bag. I already said deal." She says, "Okay, good. I want that ice cream." And then she puts question marks. He said, "Which one?" She said, "Imma just come over while you do your sales." He said, "We ate most of that vanilla last night." She said, "Bruh, you mean you did?" She sends a bunch of question marks. More question marks. He said, "Yeah." She said, "So you're telling me you ate all the effing ice cream?" She's literally gonna fight about the ice cream now. Hey, 269, good to see you. Just get over it and go buy some. I don't know. Is there a gas station? A liquor store? Like, does someone have ice cream? Fuck. It's not that big of a deal. She says, "So you're telling me you ate all the effing ice cream?" Lord, what's wrong with her? For fuck's I know. She fights about everything. Like, I'm surprised they haven't fought about toilet paper. Did they? And I just forgot because we've been reading so many texts. Holy balls. We've been reading a lot of texts. She says, "Is that what you're telling me now?" Question mark? Question mark? All 3 of them. You ate all of them? Like, are you serious? Dom said, "There's still some left. I'm allowed to eat the ice cream, Kenzie. We can just get more." Yeah, Kenzie, shut up. If I wanted to eat all the ice cream, so I'm gonna eat it. Yeah, I know, Alicia. She says, like, "Are you going through something or something?" Yes, you're allowed to eat the ice cream, not effing all of it. Like, do you have to eat all of it? Everything? Question mark, exclamation, question mark. What the F? Answer now. Dom says, "What's the problem with eating something? You had some of all of them, and there's still some left." Kenzie says, keyword, some, barely any. My eyes are stuck. I'm rolling them so hard. Are you trying to piss me off? Question mark, question mark. You don't even eat all the effing blackberries this morning and drink all the ginger soda. Like, I didn't get any. Okay. Like, is this what people fight about? Dom says, "I'll buy more." Like, what do you want me to say? Kenzie says, "You even eat all the ice cream sandwiches." I didn't even get to eat one. Dom says, "You had some of both." Kenzie says, "Because you decided to eat them all." Like, it's normal for people to leave some for the other person. They are 90%, they are with 90% of the day. Like, are you going through something or something? Question mark, question mark. What is happening in your head? You're acting weird and dumb. How do people deal with this? Like, being constantly why are you breathing all the air? I like the constant name calling, it's just so belittling and disrespectful. Like, no wonder I'm fucking single. She's so nasty. I know. Shocked, shocked, shocked. I know. He told you he's going through a lot. Dude, it's ice cream. Like, like you ain't gonna catch me fighting about ice cream. She says, "You're weird. You're acting weird and dumb." He says, "Okay, Kenzie, I'll stop eating all of everything." She says, "Okay, good, thank you." What in the actual hell? Mo um, ice cream for everyone, babelet. Come over and eat it all the fuck up. Like, I don't care. I would love to know the truth. Oh yeah, and no GM. Okay, yeah, all GMOs. I have all of them. Bring on the Ben and Jerry's, dude. She says, "Okay, good, thank you." I don't know why it's all or nothing. Sad AF. You're making me not even want to sleep over tonight. Oh no, Kenzie. He ate all the ice cream. You don't want to sleep over with him. Okay, boo-hoo. She says, "You're going to Giant Eagle, right? And buying more?" And she questions her own damn message. She says, "And you don't even eat fully non-GMO. Why do you have to take the shit from me, you effing DICK? DICK dick." Dom says, I pretty much do. I'm not going to eat bullshit ice cream. I don't even eat ice cream really, but okay, get mad at me when I pay for all your non GMO shit and cook for you every day. Get mad at me for eating some ice cream when you didn't even eat all of it, when I didn't even eat all of it. Kenzie says, yes, you did eat all of it. You just told me you ate all of it. Moving forward, you're done doing that. You ate all the ice cream sandwiches, all the caramel, all the vanilla. Dom says, get mad at me for eating ice cream that's in my fridge for a week that I paid for. Like, okay, I said I wouldn't eat it, all of it anymore, but okay, just demand things from me. Kenzie says, we got it 2 days ago, buddy. 3 days ago. So you're getting ice cream, right? He says, not when you act like that. If you were nice, I'd want to go get ice cream, but you're mean AF when I go out of my way for you all the time, anyways. Kenzie says, I literally made it 4 stops last night just for effing sugar. Maybe try using your communication skills. You have a mouth for a reason. Dom says, and I was mean at all for getting wrong sugar or anything. Was I mean to you for doing anything wrong lately? No. Now, if you're polite, yeah, you get your ice cream, but you're being mean AF. Kenzie said, you sent that RETARDED email. So stop trying to pretend you didn't do that. Oh, mentally challenged? You sent that mentally challenged email. Stop trying to pretend you didn't do that. I don't want to be like rude. Oh, you guys counting down? Are you guys counting down for me or what? I'll just get more ice cream. Dude, I never met anybody who fought about ice cream like this. Like, I didn't know that was such a big of a deal. They sell ice cream like everywhere around me. No one has ever said no to her and stick to it. I think they have. I just don't think she listens. Okay, let me get a drink. Kenzie is sadly going to hell. She says that was wrong on so many levels. I'm trying to be professional and you make me look stupid. She's trying to be like an influencer. She says, so yes, I'm going to be mad at you. You could read anyone that should email you, sent you, and they would be like, what the F? If I showed my mom, she would be mortified. I'm screaming, and I hope Natalie Shirilla is watching this. Like, Natalie Shirilla, you are not a good example. So, like, I don't care what Kenzie says. I'm like screaming at you guys, not you guys in the chat. I love you guys, but she's in hell now. She makes herself look stupid. If I showed my mom, she would be mortified. So Dom says, I'm talking about the ice cream. Kenzie says, and I'm talking about your email. That's why I'm being mean. Like, why would you make my professional career harder for me? Kenzie, you're not Kim Kardashian. Like, let me tell you, you're not Kim Kardashian. So she doesn't have friends because they were smart enough to get the hell away from her. Trophy wife. I'm catching up. Catch up. It's the words she says. Like, why would you make my professional career harder for me? Why would you make me look dumb? It's already so hard to do this shit, and you just make me look dumb. Dom says, you make what I do harder every day and not give a F. I give you all my time, and you don't even blink an eye that I could be way farther in my career. Don't talk about me. Don't talk to me about that shit for real. I said I was sorry and wouldn't do it again. Kenzie says, please tell me how I get in the way of selling rugs. I would love to know. Like, please. I would literally love to know. Do you think that's cute or something? That's what I thought. Dom says, I have multiple career paths. You should know that. Kenzie says, you still have not answered on how I stop you from doing any of those. Dom says, do I put any time into them? Not really. All the time I don't spend with you, I'm kind of just working out or making money. Kenzie says, I would love to know. Working out and making money is all you. I'm only 1% of that baby. And you could ruin that for me. I didn't ruin anything for you. Spending time with me isn't going to ruin your profession. And if that's a problem, then effing break up with me because I'm not going to have someone complain about that. Like, you need mental help. Dom says, I'm done texting. You're not going to get it and not going to care. Kenzie said, so you're getting the ice cream then? Dom said, I risk my freedom to do everything for us. Remember that. I'm not trying to get caught in a loop. Then I'll never get out of that. You don't help me get out of the loop. Even right now, I should have left my house now, but I've been texting for an hour, not getting anything ready. She says, are you trying to be single? You're preventing yourself. Let me know when the ice cream is at your house. Smiley. Dom says, you really know how to piss me off. Kenzie says, good job sending that email. Looks like you know how to piss me off too. Let me know when the ice cream is at your house. Dom says, okay, will do. Let's see if I can get my shit done because I'm an hour behind now. Kenzie said, cool. So what ice cream is at your house that you didn't eat? She says at 6:51 p.m. Because I want ice cream. 10 question marks. 15 question marks. He says, I'll drop it all off. She says, oh yeah? Do you want to be single? So do you want the ice cream or not, Kenzie? Like, I don't know what you want at this point. Like, I'm frustrated. I can't imagine. Oh, thanks, beautifully broken. Spending time away from your profession doesn't. I know. Kenzie has an OF page where she builds. Ew, really? I didn't know that. I'm having a. Oh no, I saw Beautifully Broken, I think, said she was leaving. You better stay here, Drakey. What the hell? She says, do you want to be single? Like, answer yes or no. Dom says, why? Because I'm dropping the ice cream off. What's wrong with that? She says, why are you dropping off the effing ice cream? I just said I'm gonna come eat ice cream. Like, are you effing dumb? What ice cream is left? Answer now. Dom says, so you don't have to leave and I can keep my house locked up. Kenzie said, now. Dom said, coconut vanilla and oat vanilla in your ice cream bars. Kenzie says, why would I leave if I'm there? I'm just going to be there anyways. Like, what is going on in your head? I'm just going to wait till you're back. Like, why are you being so dumb? Dom says, so you don't want me to bring them all? I can lock up the house? Kenzie says, or am I not allowed to do that or something? You can lock the house with me in the house. What is happening? Why are you being like this? Is your brain okay? Dom says, oh, you're coming? Okay, bet. He says, don't. That was at 6:56. And then he says, don't block Sean. He's chilling next door, but he parked at my house. Kenzie said, okay. She says, I'll be there soon. Okay, and then these are redacted. I don't know what they are, but they're redacted messages. She says, tell Sean to get the F out of your driveway because I'm not parking in a weird spot. That door better be unlocked also. Dom said, he's not in the driveway. He had to move so I can get out. She said, okay, good. Dom says, should be unlocked. Sometimes I lock it by habit though, but I'm almost positive I didn't. Kenzie said, I'm in. Dom said, bet. Then she takes a picture of the ice cream. Dom says, yeah. Kenzie says, get more. Then she sends a video of herself. She says, I'm a post sis. Then she says, you literally left a bag out of ice on the sink and there's water everywhere. Dom said, I feel like that's got to be someone you know on a fake account. Kenzie said, I don't care. Dom says, you want to finish mannequin? She says, yeah. He said, I'm back in Strongsville. She said, the dog. I'm trying to sleep. She said, why are you doing that? He said, I got you, my bad. She said, like, you woke me up. I told you it's good. Then you just been playing the same thing. And now I'm up. Like, should I just leave? It's 10:32 p.m. She says, are you going to be doing this all night or something? Dom said, I'm mixing it. Just go back to bed. I'll use headphones. Kenzie said, now you think to use headphones when I'm already up? Question mark. More question marks. She says, okay. He says, I didn't think you could hear it that loud from there. She says, what are you talking about? Should I just leave? Thank you for waking me up because now I'm tired. Now I'm not tired. Dom says, Kenzie, I'm sorry. I'm just not going to record anymore. She says, no, because then you're going to effing complain about me stopping what you want to do. Just do what you have to do and let me know if I should go home. Dom said, no, it's cool. I'm just going to record tomorrow. It's 10 now anyways. She said, so now that I'm awake, you're done? He says, yeah, I'll chill with you till you're tired again. She says, no, I don't even want to because you just pissed me off. He says, okay. She said, so you're just going to wake me up, then go to bed? Cool. Dom says, you didn't want me to chill with you. Let's watch TV. She says, I'm mad and my stomach effing hurts now. Like, no. Dom says, do you want the kombucha pop in the fridge? That might help your stomach. She says, what a great idea. Let me just drink a pop with sugar in it so I'm up. Dom says, sugar shouldn't really make you up like that unless it's hella. Kenzie said, dude, just stop. Dom said, okay, so you don't want to chill and watch TV? She said, yeah, I'm mad. You literally woke me up for no effing reason. Now I can't breathe out of my nose or go back to bed. Like, WTF, so inconsiderate. Okay, well, Kenzie, go to the doctor and like get your nose checked out. I don't know, get some saline spray, like all up in there. I don't know, figure it out. Hey, wifey, mommy. I hate her. How did Dom stay with her? I don't know. She fights about everything, dude. Oh my God. She says, so inconsiderate. Dom said, Kenzie, the nose breathing has nothing to do with me. I said I was sorry like 10 times and I stopped making music. She's literally this mad about the music. I don't know. Like, doesn't she have her bong? Like, can she smoke out of her bong and just shut up? She always is doing that every other night. Hey, marine science. Can be something we have to tent our houses for. Kombucha is not pop. No, it's not. I just realized that too. I'm like, wait, you're right. He says, I'll come out and chill with you. Was she a baby? Like she can't fall back asleep by herself? Like, I don't know. Figure it out. Dude, I fucking can't stand Mackenzie. Dom says, you want to watch something till you're tired again? Like he's literally like, I'll come sleep with you. I'll stop now. Like, she says, dude, you know, if I was just asleep, I wouldn't be effing dealing with all of this. He says, Kenzie, I'm sorry. She says, you're not. If you were sorry, you wouldn't have done this in the first place. Like your words don't mean nothing. Your actions mean more. Dom says, I was being dumb and thought you wouldn't really hear it. Plus, it's probably you deaf hear way better than me. Plus, you probably hear way better than me. She says, dude, I don't care. Like, I'm so pissed right now. I'm not going back to bed for so long, probably. It's 11:21 p.m. Why is she acting like she cares when she stays up fighting like all the time anyways? She's a Texaholic. They're usually fighting at this time of night. So, like, I don't know why she's acting like she's gonna not just go on TikTok and, do her dumb shit she does. She says, "I'm just uncomfortable now." Like, why the F did you have to wake me up? Dom says, "I'm sorry, Kenzie. I can't take it back though. What can I do to make you less pissed so you can go to bed?" Kenzie says, "What do you mean? What can you do? Literally nothing. WTF." Dom says, "Won't happen again." Kenzie says, "You can actually come rub my feet. That will actually help." Um, Gross. No thanks. Dom, why don't you just run for the effing hills? I'm so upset. He says, "For how long? I wish you told me earlier." She says, "Oh, so you can't do that now? What, are you tired or something? Are you going to bed or something? So you just get to go to bed now and sleep." Cool. Just don't then. The F? He says, "Yeah, I was about to fall asleep." She says, "Yeah, I'm going home. Don't effing ask me what you can do to help, then don't help. Like, are you effing delusional? It's almost like you're trying to piss me off even more." Dom says, "I asked you how long you wanted me to rub your feet for." "I didn't say I wouldn't. I just asked how long because I'm falling asleep." Kenzie says, "Why should I care if you're falling asleep if you don't care about me sleeping?" Dom says, "I didn't know you were asleep yet. I didn't think you were going to hear it that loud. I was being dumb." He says, "Yeah, I care about you sleeping." She said, "So are you going to come do it or not?" He says, "How long do you want me to? Like, I'm only getting more tired. And I don't want to do it shitty and you just get more mad at me." Because he says, "I mean, you could have been here 5 minutes ago, but you're just being lazy." Dom says, "Okay, I'll come." He says, "And no, I'm not being lazy. I was just tired." She says, "Come at 11:30. Wait, so now it's the next morning? Yeah. Okay, yeah. It jumps to the next morning at 11 a.m. She says, "Come at 11:30. He says, "Leave at 11:30. She says, "Yeah." He says, "Okay, bet." She says, "Babe." She says, "I'm so happy right now." He says, "What's up, babe? What happened?" Wow. You guys, she says, "I'm so happy right now." What the? Listen to what she says. Audrey got in a car accident. She's literally texting Dom. Dom cheated on her with Audrey. And she's telling Dom she's happy that Audrey got in a car accident. Who is this demonic being? Shug. Shug. Thank you for being here. You got to rewind. Please be kind and rewind the VHS tape. Who remembers the VHS tapes? Anyways, instead of perfume, he bought her Febreze. um, she's literally saying she's happy that Audrey got in a car accident. I missed this. Audrey got in a car accident? What? I hadn't heard of this before either. She says Audrey got in a car accident. LMAO. What kind of evil VHS, says Abuelita? She's not right in the head. You guys, no, she literally, I think, is like a demonic being. Like, we're gonna talk about spirituality on the second channel, but like this BZ is just evil. Yeah, no. WTF is right. Let's see what Dom says. Dom says, "How did I know it was gonna be something like that?" Because you're dating her and you know she's evil. Oh my god. And then Kenzie sends a selfie laughing. Okay. She says, "Bring money." He says, "Okay." She says, "Where you at?" 11:31. He says, grabbing my keys and money. He said, leave right now. She said, hurry, bruh. I'm waiting on you. He said, I'm right on time. You told me to leave at 11:30. She said, hurry, babe. He said, hurrying best as I can, babe, but I can't do nothing about traffic. Kenzie says, okay, well, I'm waiting for you. I have everything set up. Dom says, I'm hurrying there. Almost got in a car accident with an old dude. I'm heated. Kenzie says, be careful. Dom said, what's the plan tonight? She says, want to go to that place? Or we can go to town hall. The F? I know. Who are you talking about? Her parents should be sorry if I just drank my drink in your ear. Not trying to be disrespectful or not have manners. She says, or we can just go to town hall. She said, sushi. He said, what are you feeling more? She said, to be honest, sushi. LMAO. She says, we're going to meet up with Destiny at town hall. He said, okay, bet. He said, what should I wear? She said, I don't know. I'm not dressed yet. She said, I'm going to wear Skims. She said, blue. What time do you think we're going to be there by? He said, what time will you be home? At 2:35 p.m. She said, WTF? Like, there better be a good reason why you're not answering the phone. Like, I would answer right now. Dom says, how long until you're done? I'm done eating. Oh, wait. It jumped time. Like, hella. Let me go back. She says, like, I would answer right now. That was at 2:35 p.m. And then he says, how long till you're done? And it's now 8:57 p.m. He says, I'm done eating. You want swooped now? She says, I have one more nail left to paint. LOL. She says, on the way the next morning at 9:33. She says, on the way. He says, I'm at the light. I'll wait for you to go in. She says, bet. He says, you here yet? She said, LOL. Look. He said, what's that 10:30 2-wop song where I wanted that beat? Then Kenzie sends a TikTok. I don't know if that was a typo. He said, yeah, almighty day go hard. My dude Mo has a pizza place in Lakewood that he said all fresh, organic, non-GMO, and everything made from scratch every day. He always posts himself smacking. We should check it out. She said, no way. I want to try. He said, right? We can ask him about the ingredients there. She said, we can go. He said, he is Arabic though, so his pizza might be a little different. It looks gas AF though on his story. Kenzie says, I'm down. Want to go today? He says, maybe. I got to look what's good with these sales. He says, maybe we can just go soon. So I'm back. She said, let me know. He said, okay, let me see at 2:39 p.m. Then she says, here. He says, do you have a charger? She says, ... Yes, but I need it. He says, damn, I'm at 11. Okay, let me run this money real quick and I'll be out. She says, question marks. Then he sends question marks. She says, you were just rushing me and now you're the one taking forever. Do you want me to just come in or something? More question marks. Dom said, I wasn't rushing you. I was just wanting to know how long. Give me 2 secs. She says, are you okay? Okay, wait. That was at 3:21 p.m. and then jumps to the next day at 10:54 a.m. She says, are you okay? She says, I'm scared. OMG. Cops. Okay, so this is March 25th at 10:55 a.m. and she's saying she's scared of the cops. I'm curious about her sister. If Kenzie is this way, she's because of her parents, then what about her sister? Yeah, I know. I agree. Oh, her sister with special needs? Was she? Huh. I might have remember hearing that. Maybe not. regardless, she was mean to her sister too. So, anyways, she says cops at 10:55 a.m. She says, babe, cops. He says, Chris called them on me. Toph called the police? Oh my God. So we learned in these text messages tonight, Audrey gets in a car accident. And then we learned that Toph, oh, sorry, my editor's going off in the background. She says that Toph called the cops. He says, Chris called them on me. She said, oh, hell no. I'm about to text Toph. Are you okay? I locked the doors. Dom said, stay there. Stay there. She said, I'm cleaning up. Dom says, I'm gonna have them drop me off at your house. She said, okay, bet. She said, take my car. Dom said, I don't want them to know I live there. Kenzie said, holy shit. I'm about to text Toph. He's lucky he's locked in that house. Karma's going to come for him and it's going to hurt. What's happening? I'm scared. Dom says, I'ma fuck him up. He isn't even here. Kenzie says, no way. LMFAO. Are you serious? Dom says, yeah, I don't know where he went. Kenzie said, I hope he's in a ditch somewhere. Can I go to the bathroom? I have to go to the bathroom really bad. The door is locked though. Or can I unlock it? He says, yeah, you're fine. Go, babe. She says, are you good? What's going on? It's 1:30 p.m. He says, getting shit out. She said, do you need help? He says, yeah. She says, okay, coming. She says, lock the door or no? Let me know. Dom? He says, doesn't matter right now. She says, okay, I'm coming in now. We just go in the front? Does Angelo need a ride back or is he not getting out yet? Dom? Dom? Dom says, I don't know. He's probably got to sign a bunch of papers. Call my mom and ask her what to do. Wait, so Angelo got arrested? Did I miss something? Is my brain slow? He says, call my mom and ask her what to do. Kenzie said, well, what should we do? We can ask your dad. Dom said, my dad was just saying, just walk in the front door and say, these are Angelo's guns. Oh. They're just worried about firearms? She said, okay. She's already walking in. Dom said, okay, bet. Kenzie said, what's the deal with the fourth pew pew? Did the cops take that one already? Wait. What? Why is there 4 firearms in a house where there's people going through mental health issues, bipolar issues, and rugs? I'm a little confused. Why is there 4 firearms? Like, I think it's fine if people want to have 4 firearms, whatever. It's your amendment rights. I don't know, whatever. But like, I don't think it's safe to have that in a house filled with Toph, Dom, Kenzie. Then you have Miss Russo over there getting beat. Then you have Dom's dad being a piece of shit. And then his stepdad's being a piece of shit. Oh, Angela was handling things with the cops. Dom was on probation. Yeah, but I guess they had 4 firearms. Kenzie says, did the cops take that one already? Dom says, they should have it. We couldn't find it, but the cop had it in his hands. Kenzie said, okay, bet. Dom says, Def, I don't know why he wouldn't. Kenzie said, your dad is here too. Is he good? Dom said, who, my dad? Kenzie said, yes, I see him. Dom said, he's probably better now. Before he was being a little bitch. Kenzie says, we should have just done him like that. He deserves it. Dom says, for real though, it's like you had to deal with him for 2 years. I've dealt with him my whole life. Kenzie said, as soon as they take the firearms, Angelo is allowed to leave. We should bring him home. Dom says, my dad will bring him home. Kenzie says, okay. I seriously cannot believe Topher. He's so effing stupid. Dom says they probably got to verify the firearms are Angelo's and make him sign some shit, and they're going to have to pay the bond too. So it'll be a bit. So then Angelo did go to jail. He went into jail because of the firearms. He took the blame over Dom. We need a full story here right now. Yeah, because Dom was on probation. All the cool kids carry. Yeah, I'm not against it. I'm not you. As long as you leave me alone, I don't care what you do. Kenzie, cousin only has one sister. Yeah, so Angelo did go to jail then. Hmm. Dom says they're gonna have to pay the bond, so it'll be a bit. Kenzie said my phone is about to die. Dom said for real, him and missing money too. So pathetic. Kenzie says, I will help you look for the money when I'm back. Kenzie said there's no way he took it. Dom said it's already 7:20. It's a 30 to 35-minute drive. What should I do? Kenzie said, should we just take my car? Dom said, should I just rush and get you right now? Kenzie said, I have some gas. Let me know right now. I could get us there with my gas. Let me know. Dom says, yeah, either that or we make the reservation 15 minutes later. She says, no, let's just take mine. I'm hungry. He said, Nico's outside right now, so we can go get gas in my car now. She says, okay, I'm coming now. She said, here. Dom says, I'm going to sleep now, so don't get me up too early. He says that at 7:06 a.m. on the 26th. And then she's sending links for him to buy her stuff. She says, I'm going to bring all my smoothie shit to your house. I'm done coming home. He says, why, Nug? What's wrong? She said, I was just trying to make a smoothie. Then my dad got all up in my shit, started taking up the counter that I was using, and I asked him to move over, and then he threw a tantrum. Dom said, oh, well, yeah, let's just make smoothies here. Then we can do it right. Then we can get up and put the sea moss in it. She sends a picture of her fingernail. I don't know why. Dom says, okay. So that was on the 28th at 9:39 a.m. And then he says, I'm so effing mad. I have to turn in this phone now. I have no phone with service. All my data is effed up though, because it's on 2 phones. So I'll never get all my pictures and shit. Kenzie said, so I guess I'm not getting the bag today. Dom said, bruh, I'm so effing mad. Just spent over a band on this phone just to return it. And I gotta wipe all my shit. I'm for real about to go to Verizon and Square people keep putting me on the phone with robots. Kenzie said, I'm gonna leave my card at my house today, so you can get it if you want to buy me it. Dom says, I can't use your ATM. You have to go. Kenzie said, you can. You just go to the one in Huntington. Dom said, I'm not dealing with this. I'm pissed AF right now. I'm ready to fight someone. Kenzie said, so you're just not going to get me the bag? Dom said, I'm dealing with this, not doing that. I'm effing heated. Kenzie said, okay, cool. Dom says, you want it? You got to deposit the money. Dom says, you're so good at spoiling me. Thank you so much. I have effing school. Get it through your head. I'm going to leave my card at my house, and if you decide to be a good boyfriend, you can do it for me. Dom says, I'm dealing with my phone right now. This comes first. Kenzie said, so you're not going to do it. Dom said, she literally got me the 12 Pro Max, not the regular. Kenzie says, just stop texting me. Don't effing get me excited for something, then tell me you're not going to do it. Like, I'm for real mad at you right now. Dom said, Kenzie, I don't give an F. I'm raging mad right now. I just paid over a band for a phone. Now I don't have a phone because I got to return it. And I have 3 phone datas to back up now. You have only 1 phone to back up to another, not 3 to 1. Kenzie said, so you're actually not going to get me it. Dom says, I'll give you the money. I'm not going to your bank again and not work. I'm dealing with this right now. Don't be on some bullshit. I'm already mad AF waiting all my time on the phone with Verizon robots. Kenzie says, that's not being spoiled if I have to go buy it. That's just me buying it. He's giving you the money, so just go buy it. Yeah, shut the F up. Yeah, it does definitely help humanize reading these texts. Oh, yeah, we've been reading them here for a minute. They're going to dinner after a police raid? Yeah, I guess it wasn't that big of a deal. I don't know. She says, and then, like, just shut up, Kenzie. Go buy the purse. He offered to buy it. Like, why is she like this? Kenzie says, that's just me buying it. She says, I'm not going to Polaris. She says, okay, cool, Dom. Let me know, Dom. Like, why the F do I have to beg you to spoil me? You should just want to buy me nice things. It's honestly disgusting. How about you don't be disgusting and then maybe your boyfriend would be nice to you. Wait, he already is nice to you. With his money, you dumbass. I know. She's seriously ridiculous. Yeah, it was in July. The crash. She says it's honestly disgusting. He says, Kenzie, I said I would buy you the purse. You don't know what I'm dealing with. I'm so mad. Just spent an hour on the phone with Verizon just to not be able to get another phone. Kenzie said, that's why you go to the store in person. And if you just picked up my card, you could have went to Verizon and then deposited the money. She said, instead of wasting 1 hour on the phone. She said, time isn't even real. No, it is, Kenzie, when you waste so much of his. Disgusting. I know. Sorry, I'm not like ignoring you guys. I'm not like putting you guys on do not disturb. I just don't want to be rude. I'm drinking my coffee. Okay, so she says time isn't even real. Dom says, "Yeah, now my mom is crying because she got the wrong phone. Verizon, I would have waited 4 hours and they don't know for sure they can swap it. I'm so mad for real. Don't give me shit. Time is real when you don't have enough of it. Easy for you to say for real." Kenzie says, just let me know if you're not going to do it so I can stop being excited about it while I'm already not excited anymore because I have to go do it. So it's not me being spoiled, it's me buying myself something. How about you go back to fucking Dunkin' Donuts and buy your own damn purse? Kenzie says, if you already crashed my whole excitement. And you were already mean to me all morning. Dom said, I didn't know I was going to have to go to the bank. It didn't work for me last time. Kenzie says, honestly, just don't effing text me. I'm done with your shit. You're literally a effing dick and take all your problems out on me. All I do is be there for you. Is she like on crack? Like, does she smoke crack? Because how does she forget all of these things? Does she not forget how violent she is? No concept of time. No concept of time. Okay, I don't condone rug use. Don't put us on red, Melly. Natalie, Natalie crying over the phone. Yeah, crying. Like what? Like a baby crying. No one ever would believe how she really is unless they seen these texts. Have we heard any loving discussions between them? I think like one. I don't even think it was a loving discussion. I think they said like I love you and they were nice to each other for like 1.5 seconds. Nothing fancy. He says, okay, wait. She said, I'm there for you. And Dom says, I'm dealing with a lot right now. And no, I wasn't taking anything out on you. I'm sorry for being mad, but I'm raging mad right now. My neck is all effed up. I have to use a phone with no storage on it. Then I'm not going to get the storage off my other phone because you can't back up two phones into one. So now I'm just waiting to see if I can maybe trade my phone in. Oh, I see. Because one is his rug phone. Okay. I'm like, two phones? Dom says, so now I'm just waiting to see if I can maybe trade my phone in for a new one, which I don't know if I can. I don't know if it can happen even after I was already on the phone with Verizon for an hour. An hour just talking to robots and Indians. You would be raging too. I can't even count how many times I told them to fix my shit or I'm skinning them alive. Whoa. Maybe anger management would have helped these people too. Dom says, I don't even have shampoo either. Like, how am I gonna go ready to go to Verizon now? And then I'm gonna have to wait at Verizon guaranteed a couple hours. That's how it is every time you go into the store. Kenzie says, the bag is dropping at 12. So let me know. Okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know you're not getting it. Dom says, your mom doesn't have 200. Is the ATM working? Because last time it didn't and I couldn't go in. She says, why the F wouldn't the ATM be working? Like, for real, you sound insane right now. Like, why am I begging you to effing spoil me and treat me good? It's so effing sad. Like, we have problems. Dom said, what? WTF? What do you mean? Last time I went, it didn't work, and your mom said I owed her money. Plus, I have all small bills, so I'm gonna have to do it. Like 10 ATM orders. Whatever all I'm dealing with, you just care about your bag. Fine, I'll go get your bag. It's not like I don't waste all of my time anyways. And what do you mean buy it yourself? I'm still buying it for you. Least you can do is deposit the money yourself. It's your account. Kenzie said, dude, I just don't. You're trying. Let me start over with her stupid ass typos. She says, dude, I just don't. You're going to get to the bank, deposit the money, and the bags are going to be sold out. Like, you already wasted my whole effing time and you effed up. Like, I'm done here. Don't tell me you're going to spoil me, then not spoil me. Dom says, the bag isn't going to sell out in 2 seconds. She said, it is. Dom said, whatever, Kenzie, you don't have to deal with that. With what I did, the fact that I'm still trying to get that for you when you're being mean AF to me, when I'm dealing with all of this should be enough. I'm ordering it off Blair's account because your ATM sucks and only accepts 20 bills at a time. Kenzie said, what the F are you talking about? Dom said, how much is the bag? Let me know ASAP. Kenzie sends a link to the bag that she wants. I just know it's a designer bag and it's expensive. Okay, she's sending more bags. He said, which one do you want? She said, I don't know. Which one do you like better? I don't really, Mackenzie. You're still being an asshole. And then you're, oh, which one do you like better? I don't have any style. So I have to get my boyfriend's advice because I suck. Yeah, get your ass off and do it yourself. I don't know how anybody even dealt with her for like 1 second. I really wholeheartedly don't know. Like, I don't have the patience for this type of human. Kenzie says, I don't know. Which one do you like better? He says, let me know. About to order it. She says, whatever one you like better. Dom says, I'm going to order you the silver one. She says, okay, yay. I love you, Nug. He says, do you have an account? Because I have to see if PayPal works. She says, no. He said, this is bullshit, just letting you know. She said, what's BS? He said, it's still sold out. I'm doing the most right now, by the way. I haven't even showered or eaten. I'm putting your bag before my phone, before me eating, before me showering, getting dressed, or doing anything. It's sold out. So I rushed and did that for nothing. Kenzie said, I'm waiting. Dom said, I had to hit refresh like 10 times. Kenzie said, I never bought from this. So I thought every single bag restocked. Hold on. Dom said, okay, well, let me know because I rushed and out 200 in Blair's account to make 12 for no reason. So let me know. Kenzie says, I'm confused right now. Maybe it just sold out hella fast. Dom said, no, I've been refreshing since 11:59. So let me know because I want to eat, shower, go to Verizon and find shampoo, do sales, and record. So let me know because I'm putting this first. Kenzie said, they only have the lavender. So I'm confused right now. Usually they restock every bag. Dom said, okay, so I did that for nothing. Kenzie said, did what for nothing? Dom said, rushed Blair to go put money on his account. Kenzie said, I mean, I told you you could put it on my account. I don't know why you put it on Blair's. Dom said, because I was rushing to do it before 12 because you were being mean about it, saying that they're all going to be gone. Kenzie said, they are already gone. Dom said, now you care about the time? Kenzie said, I don't care about time. I care about bots buying the bag. Can you stop being effing delusional? Like you're pissing me off. Stop trying to make me look effing dumb. Dom said, so I refreshed from 11:59 for 5 minutes and they're all somehow got sold out right in front of my eyes. I've been pissed all day over the phone and you've been bugging me about a bag that we can't even buy. What do you even mean? Kenzie said, probably I don't effing know. Usually that's how it works. You should know this. Dom says, I was refreshing before they even dropped. I would have seen it for a sec at least. Kenzie says, well, I'm fighting the bags on Poshmark for 175. Dom says, should I just have Blair sell me the money? Kenzie says, I don't effing know. I don't know why you put it all on Blair's card in the first place. Dom said, because I was trying not to waste your time. I thought they'd be in at 12, so I was ready to buy them. Kenzie says, I told you, come pick me up at my car. Why are you making this a big deal? Dom said, because you're mad. It's a big deal when I was in the middle of dealing with Verizon people stressing me out more than I already, because you know how much I was dealing with the phones. You literally threw a fit because the money wasn't going to be there by 12. You said, we have problems, saying I don't spoil you. Kenzie said, yeah, you don't. Dom said, when I put all my time for you first and spend like a band a week on food, and all I spend on food for you should be spoiling. I spend more on you than your parents make a year. Kenzie said, WTF? We have problems. Don't effing text me. I know you didn't just say that to me. Do not effing text me. He said, what do you mean? I'm literally just telling you, I spend more time with you than anything and literally spend like all my money on you. When with all I have going on in my life, don't give me more shit and stress because you know I put you first every time. What's going on with this bag? Am I trying to buy any of them? I gotta know because Blair has to go into work, so I gotta use his card or have him send me the money. Kenzie says, I don't effing know. I guess the only way that's available now is the lavender one. I wanted the silver one, but whatever. I don't even care anymore. I don't need you being mean to me and dogging my family. Like I said before, stop texting me now. Kenzie, he's only telling the truth. Like literally, he's only telling the truth about your family. I said this like 3 lives ago. I'm like, why isn't your dad supporting anything for you? Or, supporting you. Boom, how you like that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he spends more money on her. Yeah, think about it. All the weed, the purses, the $150 dinners every night, dog her out. She's a piece of shit. Sorry, guys. I'm like just so irritated with her. Yeah, she said, like I said, stop texting me now. He said, "Do you want that one? I'm sorry I was mean. I'm just super heated because I paid over a band for this phone and I'm dealing with all this bullshit. My stress is just turning into anger. And I wasn't trying to dog your family. I was just letting you know how much I actually spent on you. You can't say I don't spoil you because I actually do hella. You go out to eat every week and get home cooked meals every night. And I never complain about doing it unless it feels unappreciated. Like you saying I don't spoil you is crazy." In the past year, me saying I've spent under 30K on you would be an understatement. 30K? I actually believe that. Well, thank you, Alicia, for the cash app. Appreciate you. Yeah, I know. Thank you so much. He says, I spent under 30K on you. She says, your apologies literally don't mean a single thing. You have already apologized like 5 times. Like each of them don't mean anything. You just keep doing the same shit. I'm really over it. Eating a home cooked meal every night is effing normal. Dom says most kids these days don't. And from your family, yes. From your boyfriend, no. They only mean nothing like if you tell yourself that. How how do they not? I mean, I'm still trying to buy you the bag. I apologized and told you why I was mad. Like, are you trying to fight more with all I have going on? Like, I feel like you're trying to stress me. I was telling you I've been on the phone with Indians for an hour and you don't care. I know this morning you would have not dealt with that what I did on the phone. That was the most annoying thing ever. I got hung up on twice for no reason and had to talk to a bunch of Indians for customer support and still have to go to Verizon and wait another couple hours just to maybe get the phone I need. And I'm still putting you first when I was ready. I rushed Blair to come drop the money at the ATM. I know not a single man ever in my life who cooks for his girlfriend every night. And you say that's normal. It's really not. Even my homies who make hella bread don't have time for their girlfriend like that. They have to work so much. The fact that I have all that time for you to cook for you and make the money is super, super rare. I have never seen it myself. And maybe some make believe couples on TikTok have that, but you only see in their highlight reel. So now it's 1 p.m. Let me shower, eat, and start my day. Finally, see how time pisses me off. And if I'm dealing with some bullshit like spinning over a band on the wrong phone and having to talk to Verizon just to give me space and don't stress me like while I'm doing it right, when I'm done, I'm going to do whatever it is you need me to do because you know I will. Because I'm just going to get more stressed and mad. I'll just talk to you later. Let me know if you want me to try to order one of those bags. And then he sends an audio message at 1:23 p.m. And then another audio message. And then she says, I love you, Nug. He says, should I just try to wash my hair with cold water again? She says, love you. Dom says, love you too, Nug. Kenzie said, can we go to town hall right now? Do you want to now? Do you get out of the shower? We're going to town hall with Rosie. So get ready when you're out of the shower. Dom said, I have plays, babe. Let me just do one. Kenzie says, we're going to go. Go to one, then get ready. I'm ready to go. Rosie's going home right now and getting ready. Dom said, I just got out of the shower. What time do we need to go? She said, go to your plays right now. Dom said, you just go with her? Are you home? She says, no. She says, Bubba coming too. Us four. He said, what time are we going? Kenzie said, whenever Rosie is ready, but she wants us to leave first. Dom said, okay, are you in your car right now? Kenzie said, no, why? Dom said, no, I'm saying like you took your car to Polaris, not your mom's. Kenzie said, I'm telling you, I did not go to Polaris. What is happening? I am home. I did not go to school. Dom said, oh, I thought this meant you weren't home. Okay, I was going to say, those guns are still in your car. Kenzie said, I know. We need to bring them in the house. She said, just go do that cell. We can go to town hall. Do you want me to bring them in the house right now? Dom said, just bring them in before you go anywhere. Kenzie said, what time are you going to be ready? Dom said, let me get dressed and I'll help you bring them in. Kenzie said, okay, come. I'm wearing black. I'm wearing black and jeans. Rosie will be ready in like 15 minutes. Dom says, should I change? Oh, she said, I'm wearing black and cheetah print. Sorry, typo. Dom said, should I just wear black? She says, what are you doing? Where are you at? She says, Dom. He said, about to do the cell right up the street, so I'll swoop you after. She said, okay, bet. She said, let's just take your car. He said, I know. She said, how long? She said, how long? Question mark. She said, do you want me to just drive or something? He said, I should be to you by 2:40. She said, please hurry, babe. Then she says, Nug. He said, I am. She said, get okay. Then it jumps to 5:06. She said, get me after. He said, I got you. He said, here. And then she's sending, oh my God, links to ice cream. She probably wants ice cream again. And then she sends a screenshot of a text at 9:49 p.m. Then she says the next morning, are you here? He says, yeah, I'm taking a shit. She says, take me home. He says, do you need a ride home? He said, I got you. Give me a sec. She said, I need to get that shit out of my car. Dom said, I'll help you when I drop you off. Kenzie said, don't talk shit about him and then beef with him and then go hang out with him. That's weird AF. Dom said, I wasn't. WTF. Kenzie said, I'm just saying, it's weird to be honest. And then she says, if you adore her, Dior her. Dom said, I heard that song before. Kenzie said, LOL, it's a true statement. Dom said, I was about to say, I want new clothes. Want to go shopping? Dom says, I'm not trying to spend over a band. Kenzie said, today? Dom said, no, let's just go another day. I got plays. Kenzie said, I'm at Allison's. Sam said, hi, LOL. She says, when are you coming home? And then she says at 3:13 p.m., some bitch threw up all over Miss Hassan today and made my day. Dom said, I'm gonna be on the way home here soon. Kenzie says, literally, she passed out in her arms and then threw up all over her. Kenzie says, karma coming strong on people. Dom said, that's so funny. Kenzie said, I know. Then Dom said, Kenzie, we're going to Florida over Easter. Kenzie said, what? Dom said, Easter is the 17th. Kenzie said, F. Dom said, what do we do? Kenzie said, I don't even know. And then she sends a screenshot. She says, answer. Dom said, yeah, we should see what they can do. That's what Dom said. And then Kenzie says, answer. I asked. Dom says, about to be home. I dipped. I think I locked the door. I figured you'd be live for a bit. For dinner, I was going to make a steak and asparagus. Do you want steak too, or you want asparagus and pesto? Kenzie said, I'm down. Dom said, which one? I want to cook when I get home. Kenzie said, bet. She says, I'm making hella money right now. Dom said, Kenzie, do you want a steak? I need to know because then I have to go to the store. Or do you want pesto? Kenzie said, sure. Dom said, which one? Steak or pesto? Can I put cheese on the asparagus? I'm cooking asparagus and my steak now. Let me know when you're coming. I'll throw pasta on. She says, on the way. She said, Morgan's hella texting me. Then she says, come back. I want to answer. Dom, now. Nugum? And tell your mom I said I love her and glad she's okay. Dom said, one sec. Kenzie said, why are you not answering me? Why are you being loud as shit in the shower? So she said, why are you not answering me? And that was 8:38 p.m. And then it jumps to the next day. Why are you being loud as shit in the shower? You've been showering for over an hour and I keep trying to go back to bed and you're just loud. WTF. Dom said, I was going to use the other shower, but it had mold. Sorry, it took a while because I have no shampoo. Kenzie said, you just woke me up and showered for over an hour. It's 8:25 a.m., by the way. Kenzie says, I have just been waiting to effing pee because I'm trying to go back to bed a little bit more. But no, you've been in the shower for 2 goddamn hours. Like, what the F? Dom said, no, it was about 25 minutes. I'm sorry, but I told you I needed to get ready tomorrow. I have to leave for the doctor's in an hour. Kenzie said, are you for real? Dom said, question mark, for real about what? Kenzie said, you're in the shower again. Dom said, no, I'm not. I was blow drying my hair. Kenzie said, okay, go blow dry it in your room. Dom said, okay, I will. Kenzie said, and you're still in the effing bathroom? Like, I've been holding my pee ever since you got in the shower. Dom says, my bad. Hold up, I'll get out. She says, WTF. Dom says, you could have went in my bathroom. Kenzie said, yeah, like, I can't sleep here anymore if you're just going to wake me up every morning. Dom said, do what you gotta do. Sorry, but I gotta take my mom to appointment and I happen to have no shampoo this week. So that doesn't make it easier. Dom says, or that's what Dom said. And then Kenzie says, I know you're not in the shower. Like I know you didn't just turn it on again. Like I must be hearing shit. I'm done sleeping here. Dom says, I flushed the toilet, Kenzie. I don't know how everything sounds like the shower. Kenzie says, yeah, I'm pissed. You woke me up, but we have a problem right now. Dom says, what was I supposed to do? Shower in a moldy shower? I was going to shower in there, but it's too moldy and I never shower this early. You can't even be mad. I was just trying to make sure I'm ready for my mom. Kenzie said, Lexi just texts me. She's like, bro, I don't want to wake up to 40 texts and a screaming baby. Like, bitch, and tell me you can't do it. Dom said, what'd she say? 40 tax? Kenzie says, she's telling me that she can do it, but she's dealing with so much right now. Text, 40 text. Dom says, yeah, just say, I know you're dealing with a lot right now. I'm going to try to get someone else on the work in the meantime. Thanks for the help. Kenzie said, I mean, she's saying she can do it because she graduated her in Devon, and now she's calling Devon Dev. She's saying she can get it done in 1 week. I don't know what the F to do. Dom said, just tell her trying to get it done sooner than later. It don't matter. Then Kenzie says a screenshot. She says, should I just reply, you're still fat and broke? What should I reply? Kenzie said, quote unquote, doesn't change the fact that you let your cat rabbit's ass over your pillow that you sleep on. Have fun with pink eye, babe. Rubs its ass. Okay, so she was going to text that to someone. Then she says, nug. Dom says, just tell her to stop worrying about your pockets and start losing some weight because Chris can do way better. Kenzie said, LMFAO. Okay, bet. That's mean AF. Okay, so now she's dogging and bullying someone. Isn't it his house? Yeah. No more showers for you. Cry about everything, Kenzie. I know. She says, that's mean AF. She says, I'm going to say that I think. Dom says, I mean, what's she trying to get at? Like WTF? Kenzie said, exactly. She's butthurt AF. Dom said, and she should lose some weight. For real, I feel bad for Chris. Kenzie said, I know. Chris is cool AF, and Morgan is just a blob of fish AF. Oh, so she's talking about Morgan. Dom says, yeah, or just say you're gonna look like your mom. Her mom is huge. Kenzie said, I might not say that because it's really mean and my mom doesn't want me to, but I might say something like, that's why your best friend uses you for a ride, you effing fat BATCH. So Natalie Shirilla is in on with Kenzie being a mean girl. That's what it says right here. It says, I might not say that because it's really mean and my mom doesn't want me to. How about Natalie Shirilla, act your age and be a grown adult and stop being disgusting. Thank you, Natalie Shirilla. Hey, Jules, good to see you, love. Yeah. And then Kenzie says, actually, the Chris thing, but I don't know if I'm that mean anymore. I don't want to snoop down. I don't want to stoop down to her level. Dom said, just be like, what are you then? A broke bitch? Why are you taking offense to this? Because you're broke? Or just say this. Damn, I guess that comment really hitting home for you. Kenzie said, text me exactly what to say. Dom sends, just say this. So that comment really hitting home for you then. Kenzie said, said it. Dom said, LOL, let me know what she says. Kenzie said, she said, what comment, bruh? Like, I'm done texting her. Dom said, should have just told her to worry about losing weight and not pocket watching. Kenzie says, should I just say that now? Dom said, nah, LMAO. If she end up saying more, you can. And then Kenzie sends a screenshot. Dom says, right now, she probably just feels stupid and broke. Kenzie says, I didn't see all of us. What should I reply? Dom says, just say you're salty and you're broke. Kenzie sends another screenshot for Morgan. Text. I think it's Morgan. He says, perfect. And then she sends another screenshot. Kenzie says, she literally needs mental help. I feel so bad for her. Dom says, I know what she's saying, but she being a dumb bitch about it. Kenzie says, like a better person, babe. I'm 10 times better than you will always be. Like, she hasn't hung out with me since sophomore year. And yeah, I was a little bitch sophomore year, but it's been 3 years. LOL. No, you still are, Kenzie. Dom says, yeah, she got it wrong. Not a better person. Nicer, maybe. Kenzie sends another screenshot. She says, click. Dom says, but like she's saying it all wrong. I don't get what she meant by click. Then she sends another screenshot. Dom says, just tell her you're not being nice about it at all. If she didn't have her parents, she'd be broke AF too. She works at Subway. Kenzie sends another screenshot. Dom says, just be like, you haven't hung out with me since I couldn't smoke, and you literally blew smoke in my face. That's disrespectful AF. That's when I stopped being cool with you. Kenzie says, I didn't owe her anything, for real. She says, said it. Dom said, yeah, for real. I mean, like, you'd be broke if you didn't have me or your parents, but you're 17 and a senior. And I don't know, she's taking so much offense to that. Kenzie said, she's just mad that you spoil me and treat me like a trophy wife. I am and deserve to be treated. She's going to be really mad when she's shopping at Mark's and I'm on a magazine. And then when she's mad AF for seeing me on a magazine, she's going to open Instagram and see me on her Instagram too. And then when she closes her Instagram, she's going to open TikTok and I'm going to be the first person to pop up on her For You page with 1 million likes. At that point, she's just gonna turn off her phone and be done with life. Weird. Weird hoe. Like, baby, I'm about to make some street bank in the next couple months. Like, she doesn't understand I have planting and I don't need to explain to her what I have going on. She can keep scraping it up for that $10 an hour at Subway. Dom said, yeah, like you do plays for me. You're going to be a model and you won't ever have to work ever again pretty soon because I'm going to start buying real estate. I just walked into the house and stared at Toph. He was shook. Kenzie said, I'm dead. He's such a little PUSSY. And then Kenzie sending a bunch more screenshots. She says, should I reply? You're still making subs for $10 an hour. She's posting on her story about me. She says, answer. Dom says, I don't even know at this point. I wanted to let her go more, but at this point, just tell her to start worrying about her weight and not your pockets. Yeah. She's delusional. Yeah, I know. She is delusional. Then she sends screenshot or like a TikTok. And then she's sending more screenshots. Dom says, honestly, just leave it alone. Kenzie says, I'm going to. I'm going to just leave her on delivered. Dom said, yeah, no point in beefing with her. She's trying to say working at Subway is good or something. At least she has a job, Kenzie. You don't. You're just using Dom. Kenzie says, I know. And she's posting about me like she's not supporting you because Chris buys weeds to send you all the time. Maybe you should just stop selling him and cut off that fat hoe weed supply. If Chris ever wants to see me again or be allowed over, he's going to have to apologize on her behalf as well. Dom says, Chris probably had nothing to do with that. Let her be miserable. I cannot not be friends with Chris. He didn't do anything, but I will mention something to him because I don't know why she's trying to put you down when you did nothing to her. That's weird AF. Kenzie said, she brought you up. Dom said, what did she even say about me? Kenzie sends a screenshot. Kenzie said, apparently you thought it was funny. Dom said, yeah, I didn't think it was funny. I don't know why she's trying to put you down. You're 17. He says, what's the plan today? She said, well, me and Faith are going to the beauty supply first to get her some stuff. Then I'm going to come home. Dom said, okay. And then Kenzie sends a selfie of herself. Dom says, hot. No. Kenzie said, ears, about to be home. She says, town hall, maybe. Dom says, honestly, wait, so that was at 2:56 p.m. And then at 4:44 p.m., he says, honestly, you don't give a single F about me. So fake. You're so fake. That's what Dom said. Wow. Okay, they're fighting from like 2 hours to the next. Why am I surprised? Kandi says, we're on a break. When you're going to resolve this issue, we can be cool. Dom said, no, you were stubborn. I'm not giving myself any more stress over this. You obviously don't give a single F about me. I'm gonna just go chill with my mom next door. She probably needs me. You were stubborn, refused to do anything else for over an hour. And when I finally caved in and said I'd go to a restaurant, I'm sick of you, said you don't want to go, talked over me, didn't listen, and repeated things over what I was saying. So no, you have to fix this all I did was try to compromise. And when I finally freaked out, I'm the bad guy. Yeah, okay. I can't deal with this bullshit. I have so much effing stress. You couldn't deal in my shoes. Kenzie says, yeah, you're right. You're the bad guy. You're insane and you need help. Dom says, yeah, I get mad. People get mad. It's understandable, especially with all I have going on. When you get mad and you're stressed, I blow it off and ignore it. I literally said I wouldn't be mean. We could have just went to town hall then, for real. Sorry for getting mad, but you can't blame me for getting mad. I'm going to get mad. I was trying to go to town hall, or I just wanted you to leave because I didn't want to get mad, but that was really frustrating. You should understand. So something happened with town hall. Kenzie says, yeah, no. She disliked his message. She said, if you're not going to want to go to town hall today, you're not going to go tomorrow for my mom's birthday. So yeah, I'm cool on hanging with you. You're fixing this or we have problems. Dom said, why should we go 2 days in a row? You were being stubborn, babe, making me mad. And when I finally get mad and then then you hold it over my head. Kenzie said, for my mom's birthday, can you not read? Dom said, I also said I was sorry too. Kenzie said, like, for real, I'm done. Dom said, why would we go today if we're going tomorrow? Kenzie says, your apologies mean nothing. Literally nothing. And I want it? Question mark. I don't know. I can't, I can eat there every day. Like the F, I'm done. Don't text me. Dom said, then how come when I get mad impulsively, it means something? Kenzie says, I'm about to block you. So I would stop. Dom said, like, I literally just got mad for a sec and then was cool. Why does that mean something and my apologies don't? Dom says, like, you can say whatever you want to me. I don't hold it over your head. You're mean AF and I let you be like, I can play that game too, babe. Like a relationship doesn't work like that and you know it doesn't. Kenzie says, your apologies mean nothing. You repeat your actions. So yeah, I don't give an F. Stop texting me. You're just annoying the F out of me. Like, I don't need your anger issues right now. Dom says, okay, you have anger issues too. You were being negative first. I thought of multiple different options of what we could do, and you were stubborn and declined every single option, even when I said I would go to town hall. So, yeah, me being like that is reasonable, especially with all I have going on right now. You're not the only one dealing with this. Most of my stress and issues is coming out in my anger. That's why I got so mad over the phone. It's not me getting mad, it's me letting out my anger and not realizing it. But I'm realizing it now and I'm going to deal with it. I said I was sorry and I said you should understand. All my anger, all my problems are worse right now. I didn't get any sleep last night either. Like I'm having a hard time keeping it together. Kenzie said, why do you use that excuse every time? Like, that's what you said exactly when you texted Emily. I can't get over that she harassed Miss Ruth Rousseau. Yeah, she did. We might have to go read through those again because it's been a while. Hey, Southern girl. Oh, Akron is pronounced Akron. Oh, not Akron. Okay, cool. What profile pic? At this point, I would do it. Please block me. I know. She said, that's what you said when you texted Emily. Dom said, that's why I said, if you're going to be negative, leave. Kenzie said, I don't care. Dom said, Kenzie, it's the truth. She loved her own message. Dom says, then when I give you the option, you just leave. Don't take it personal. Kenzie said, we have problems. Get it through your head. Dom said, whatever, Kenzie. I said I would go to town hall and I said I was sorry. Dom says, you should be sorry too. Kenzie said, you're not sorry. You're going to do this again in a couple days, for real. Dom says, I got mad and I don't mean it. You were stubborn. So what? I didn't complain. I just said, if you're going to be negative, go home. And I said, we can go to town hall. Kenzie says, why would I go with you? Dom said, okay, Kenzie, then just be mean. She said, okay, Dom, have a temper tantrum. I think I'm going with Faith and Tyler. So yeah, thanks for being a DICK. I'm going to give you one last chance to fix this before I block you. He said, I said I was sorry. What else would I do? She says, are you slow? He says, question mark. He said, just being mean again. Kenzie says, so what I'm getting out of this conversation is all you can do to solve the problem is apologize, which means nothing. Let me know because I'm going to block you and we're going on a break. Dom said, I mean, I said a lot more than that, but yeah, what else would I do? What else would you want me to do? Kenzie said, are you serious? Like, I know you didn't just message that to me. Like, are you serious? I'm going to give you one last chance before I block you. Dom says, what, you still want to go to town hall even though we're going tomorrow? Or do you not want to go tomorrow? Kenzie says, I mean, are you going to be mean tomorrow too? Dom says, if I do, I guess we can go. Kenzie says, are you going to be mean today as well? Like, why would I want to go anywhere with you? Dom says, I would rather do something different than go there tomorrow. Kenzie says, like, your attitude is a-hole. Dom says, I'm not going to be mean tomorrow. Kenzie says, and I don't care. Dom said, everyone's dinner is on me. Kenzie says, you don't have to do that. I don't know what to get my mom for her birthday, though. I didn't get her anything. Wow, he's even offering to pay for her mom's birthday dinner. Like everyone's. Dom says, okay, well, then I won't come if you don't want me to. Kenzie says, usually my dad will tell me and Danny and take us shopping, but he didn't. So now I didn't get her anything. Can we go to Michael's? Dom says, well, let's try and get her something. You want to go to the mall and get her candles and stuff from the store we like or something? Kenzie says, yarn. Dom said, yeah, what's there? He said, okay, bet. She says, K. She says, you can get me now. She says, 5 minutes. Dom says, I'm meeting up with Angelo. He needs stuff from the house. Give me a sec. Kenzie says, how long? She says, I'm about to go alone. Deadass, I don't have time for this bullshit. Dom says, let me see how long. It shouldn't be that long. Where's Michael's? Do you want me to meet you? She says, why the F would I want you to meet me there? What the F? How long? Dom says, Michael closes at 9, so we have plenty of time. Kenzie says, I don't care. Dom says, 25 minutes. Kenzie says, WTF. I'm about to go alone. I'm not waiting for you to just be annoying and probably mean. Like, you really just trying to make me mad AF. Dom says, I'm not going to be mean. I haven't been mean this whole time. Oh, of course, Marybeth. Thank you for being here. Hey, Ladybug. He says, I'm not going to be mean. I haven't been mean this whole time. He says, you actually have been mean to me at points. Kenzie said, okay, how long now? Another 20 minutes, I'm guessing. Dom says, it's only been 15. And I'm already by Albion and Pearl. Albion and Pearl. I've been whipping. She says, you need to hurry or I'm going alone. Dom said, I'm by Albion and Pearl. You know how long it's going to take me? Like, stop being like that. He says, okay, that was at 6:45. We're going to stop there. Actually, we're on the last day. I thought that was, okay. He says here. So we have one more day. He says a screenshot. She said, I'm so confused. What do they want from me? Dom said, billing address, last four digits of your card. It's 11:46 the next morning. He said, and card type. Kenzie said, my address? She says, I don't know what kind of card my card is. It's connected to my mom's. Maybe a debit card? Why do they need this kind of information? I'm sketched out. Dom said, probably because my shipping address is different than billing. Kenzie said, oh. Dom said, so they're trying to make sure I'm not robbing you or something. Your card type should be on the card. Kenzie said, I think it's a debit card. Dom said, probably a Visa or MasterCard or something. She said, it is. Dom said, I think they want Visa or Master, not debit or credit. Kenzie said, we're thinking it's a MasterCard. Dom said, I'm so mad. My dryer machine sucks. I put it on air fluff. It doesn't dry. I put it on delicates to shrink my shit. Now all my clothes smell and I have no underwear. Kenzie said, I can wash it here. Dom said, and what, wait 2 hours for underwear? So dumb. For real, I just started it on delicates. If it shrinks my shit, it shrinks my shit again. I guess I don't know what the F to do. Already shrink my one fit hella. I'm not even going to wash it again till I have a new washer and dryer. Yeah, I'm so pissed. Kenzie said, what do you want to do? Question mark. Dom says, I'm in the shower. Hopefully it's dry when I'm out. Kenzie says, I have them. Dom says, bet. She says, are you okay? Dom says, I'm afraid Toph is going to hurt someone. Wow. Fluff doesn't do much. Thank you, Kiraha. This is the last day. It's the last day of March. She washes clothes. Celie, you're late. Yeah, she does. Apparently, she does know how to do laundry. He says, I'm afraid Toph is going to hurt someone. Kenzie said, who? Dom says, I'll just talk to you about it in person. Come over if you want. Kenzie says, okay, I'ma come. Do you want me to take my card when we go shopping? And do you want me to bring anything from my house? Dom says, I don't know right now. I don't feel stable with this. I'd rather just talk to you in person before we go anywhere. You live right down the street, anyways. She said, okay, baby, I'm coming right now. He said, bruh, there's a line. She said, how long? I don't care. Dom said, 4 people. Kenzie said, it's okay. It will go fast. Dom said, but I don't know if the dude's kids are getting shit. He has hella little kids with him. Kenzie said, hell no. Are you helping with the bill? And then she sends a bunch of links for stuff to buy. Okay. And then it ends there. That's the end of it. So she sends a bunch of links and it ends at 8:59 p.m. So tomorrow we'll start on April. Yay! We did it. We finally got through March. We finally got through March. Yes, thank you, Mary Beth. I did just read 3 hours. Yes. I like reading to you guys. Did everyone tap the like button? So we're in April now. April. So we're 4 months away from the crash. Sorry, I was doing basic simple math. I need to rewatch from the beginning. Yes, man, it's getting more suspenseful. I know, and we have a lot of stuff to cover after these text messages. We're probably going to go through the dads again. We'll probably go through Rosie's. We're going to go through some footage I have. I was thinking we could go through the TikToks together. I don't know how to handle the social media because I think a lot of it's going to have to be blurred out because she's smoking rugs. Like she's hitting the bong. She has shrooms in her mouth. So I have to like figure it out because I don't want to get in trouble. Anyways, nonetheless, don't let me ramble your ear off. Please, please, please hit the like button. Like I said, we're back tomorrow with either the new case, if I can finish downloading all the documents I just got from the police people, the sheriff's department, or we'll do Kenzie tomorrow. So nonetheless, I'll be live with either one of them. So please, please, please make sure you turn on your notifications so you don't miss a live. And please make sure you hit Mackenzie's a continuous April Fool's joke. Thank you, Mary Beth. Thank you guys all for being here for a big whopping 3 hours and 10 minutes. I'll go back and watch now. Okay, leave me comments. I do read your comments. Good night, Mel. Thank you guys for being here. Tap that like button on the way out. Hype up the video if you can. Make sure you are subscribed. Go back and watch Kelsey Fitzsimmons as well. And I will see you guys tomorrow night. Thanks, babelets. Have a good night.